We'll try this out. Okay.
I love it so much.
That one.
That's the one. '2020 Phoenix. PSA 10. Yes, we do, Rob Richardson. He is over here on TikTok. Shout out to Bubba, too. Oh, hell yeah. How about a PSA 10 Super Bowl MVP, Mr. Patty Mahomes, on the Fireburst PSA 10? That's a nice one, Ashtray Poetra. Congratulations, good sir. You win this morning. Johnny Quick. Oh, wow. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Junk Wax Nasty. That is numbered to 25 on the Royal Lineage. Bandysbrock, Johnny Quick, and Jack Campbell. That's cool. 10 out of 25 on the Triple Relic. Very nice. There you go, my man. And that one's going to go in a big boy 130-point penny sleeve. Mr. Tripp, welcome back. Good evening. And I got to grab a not Junk Wax Vintage top loader for that one. Because that's a thick boy with 4 C's. Felicidades, Henry. That's pretty, buddy. It's a bloody buddy. 2 in blue. Well, hello!
Oh my God!
Mikey Kobaugh and Dutchie. I cannot thank you enough, my brother. On the gifted spot. Your World Series MVP on the All Aces, Freddie Freeman. Check that out, Bam Damley.
Get that card out of my face!
Oh my.
Just leaving that one up for you, brother. Wow. Oh, hello. Peanut butter and jealous. Alan White. Nolan Ryan autograph numbered to 10. Damn! Holy shiitake mushrooms, legends. Junk Wax Nasty. Woo! Congratulations, Alan White. I am honored to even hold it in my hot little mitts. Damn. Check that out, Alan White. You win, brother. That is 3rd on print to 10. That is the 2nd to 10 autograph that we have found.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Emotional damage!
El Mutante. The 17-year-old sensation for San Diego. Bro. Dutchie, you win. That is absolutely good karma. You know it, Bubba. Holy crapola. And it is numbered 59 out of 60. How about a penultimate on print? Leo Dallas DeVries, El Mutante. Well, felicidades, Dutchie. Congratulations, my good man. That is sick. Numbered to 149 on the acetate. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Junk Wax! Nasty. That is sick. Congratulations, buddy. I am so stoked that we could find that together. Kyle Giungo, good evening, buddy. He says, would you be our very first numbered card? And my dear friends, we have some morning wood.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
All right. I'll see myself out. Oh, my Lanta.
Oh my God!
Check that out. First on print to 5. Damn. Goodness gracious. Congratulations to the Nationals. And that is Mikey 2, Mikey Koba. Brother. Congratulations, buddy. First on print to 5. Whew. Schmo, you're exactly right. Thank you, buddy. Goodness gracious. Congratulations, Mikey 2. Damn. Case hit, bud. And check this out.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Number to 50. The GOAT. TB12 Tom Brady. Congratulations, Mr. Paul Bailey. There you go. That's right. Dunk, thank you for smacking the follow button. 615, let's go. Todd Kale, thank you for smacking the follow button. That's what I'm saying. That is beautiful. 29 out of 50 there for you, Paul Bailey. Congratulations, OG. That is a case hit. That's right, Paul Bailey. Congratulations, my brother. Beautiful. And let's find out where this came from. Oh my God! We found it! Lane Rust, congratulations, young man. Yes way. Yes way. Oh, I'm so excited. Folks, this is the first time I'm seeing it too. Would you just look at it? 1 of 1 gold. Beautiful Junk Wax Vintage Family Card Stand. Congratulations, Lane Rust. That is magnificent, my friend. Hell yeah.
Oh my God!
Would you just look at it, Lane Rust? Congratulations, young man. Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
Holy shiitake mushrooms. Congratulations to Bethany on the gold CJ Stroud rookie autograph. Woo! That is magnificent. And it's nicely centered, too. Congratulations, Bethany. You win. So, family, in the chat, let me know whether you would like to have the Malik Neighbors Kaboom or the CJ Stroud rookie autograph number to 50. It is a slab. Ooh. 2011 Topps PSA 10. Big Poppy. David Ortiz. From 2006 Topps. Congratulations, Tippy Brad Schwartz. That's a nice one, buddy. And shout out to our Boston brethren. So Tippy Brad Schwartz, if you go back and watch this replay, brother, just keep in mind that I purchased all these PSA 10s very, very intentionally. So if you do not PC this, somebody in this family does. So if you want to reach out in the Junk Wax Vintage family chat, initiate a trade, or if you want to sell it, that is totally okay too. Congratulations, Tippy Brad Schwartz.
Still no Griffey rookie. We've been searching for days.
We should have purchased from Junk Wax Vintage.
Set course to Earth. Let's go get our Griffey.
It's a terrific Tuesday morning and the lights will shine bright. Dalen's gonna lead us to another hype-filled night. Mrs. Junk Wax will be working, sealing deals with pride. Packaging the orders, making sure it's done right. We'll be live on 5, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, YouTube. Legends, get ready. The breaks are waiting for you. And a blog that's always free. Sawyer's in Austin now, helping full-time with the crew. Sorting, bagging, labeling, making dreams come true. And Mikey was the innovator, cooking up a surprise. Behind the scenes at JWV, where the passion never dies. We'll be live on 5, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, YouTube. Legends, get ready. The breaks are waiting for you. Head to junkwaxvintage.com. It's the place to be. Create your free account. Join the JWV family. If you're new to the hobby or just coming back around, that blog's got the knowledge, the best tips to be found. So grab your morning coffee. The show's about to start. JWV's got the legends, the fire, and the heart. We'll be live on 5, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, YouTube. Legends, get ready. The breaks are waiting for you. Dalen and the crew will bring the heat. Terrific Tuesday mornings where the family meets.
Legends. Is that better? Good morning, my dear friends. How the heck are you? It is damn good to see you, y'all. There we go. Good morning, Legends. That's right, Soup. It was totally you, my dude. I'm just kidding. Good morning, Legends. I hope all of us are having a terrific Tuesday morning. It is wonderful to see you as always. It is good to be seen. I missed you all so damn much. What's up, Mr. Peach? Really good to see you, David. Good to see you, Mr. T-Bird. Good to see you, Jeff Rotel. First in the chat this morning, early bird getting that worm. Great to see you, buddy. Kobe Luna, que bueno verte. Mr. James Erickson, my fellow Washingtonian, good to see you, my dude. Mr. Isley, one half of the Isley brothers. What's up, legend? My second favorite, J-Rod. First favorite, Jared. Good to see you too, buddy. All right, my dear friends. You know what we must do. Let's bust into our very first item in the morning, and you already know what it is, my dear friends. Travi Patty says, good morning. Roger that, Kyle Giungo. Well, hey, I hope you do, sir. I hope you do. Okie dokie. Well, my dear friends, we're going to have another terrific Tuesday morning. Right here in the front yard, we have a healthy queue. So I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for hitting junkwaxvintage.com throughout the weekend and understanding that whatever you purchase, even when this ugly mug is not live, it will be waiting for you. Right here at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday morning, like right meow. Oh, I thank you, Mr. Stroop. And Mr. Stroop, I saw that you hit junkwaxvintage.com. Thank you so much, you legend. Very first purchase from junkwaxvintage.com. Excited to rip with you this morning, my good man. That first sip of spicy water, my dear friends, always sets me right, never does me wrong. Okie dokie, legends. Let's turn on some music, shall we? Let's get this party started. There we go. Beautiful. So, folks, I got to share with you a little bit of a bittersweet morning over here. A little personal, but I'll share with you. Mr. Connor D. Percease, I am live almost every single morning, Tuesday through Friday, my brother, Tuesday through Friday. And as always, legends, if you want to go check out Instagram, we do have a schedule over there all the time. So you can always know exactly where and when I will be. But a little bittersweet morning this morning. So back in 2015, I bought my very first almost brand new car. Okay? A lot of you know that my road to getting here was not a straight line, per se. So back in 2015, I had finally cleaned up enough wreckage of my past to finally buy a vehicle. Well, I've had that same car for 10 years. The 2015 Kia Optima. It's nothing special, but it was my first, like, almost brand new car that I bought myself, right? Kind of special. Well, it had to go. So they're coming to pick it up today. I sold it to Carvana. And they're coming to pick it up today at 1 o'clock, or 2 o'clock, excuse me. So I had to go clean it out this morning. And I must say, it was a little bittersweet. I know it's an inanimate object. I know it. Gosh dang it. But me and that car have been through a lot of stuff. So kind of sad to see it go, but it's got to go. Gosh dang it. Wolf the God, thank you for smacking the follow button, my dude. Mr. Josh Watson, speaking of OGs of the family. Damn good to see you this morning. How you doing, buddy? Connor says, what is the new car going to be? Well, I'm not going to have a car. That's the new car. Yeah, my car does not exist. So, you know, a lot of you anyway, I've shared with you, I'm always transparent, even if it's to my detriment. So, myself and Mrs. Junkwax were trying to pay off all of our debt. We started about 2.5, 3 years ago, and we had $165,000 worth of debt. Now we're down to $50,000. We have paid off $110,000 over the course of almost 3 years. So we're still on that mission. And to eliminate bills and insurance and stuff, we decided to go ahead and sell my car. And we're just going to go down to one car for a while. So it is a sacrifice, but I think it's a necessary sacrifice. Aw, thank you, Cream Cheese. I appreciate that, brother. It is wonderful to see you this morning. And Sergeant Shaft, I appreciate that so much, brother. Thank you for the kind words. Mr. Colin, good morning. Thank you, Connor. And Mr. Josh Watson, you're at home. I love it, my man. How long do you get home? How long's your break? And Mikey the Mad Hatter. Good morning, Mr. Lester. Great to see you, my brother from another mother. Sounds good, Kyle Giango. Awesome, buddy. 2 weeks off, Josh Watson. That's amazing. Well, enjoy it, my dude. I know you will. Good morning, Mr. Burrell. Good to see you, Jeffrey. How you doing this morning, good man? All right, my dear friends. That's exactly right, David. I'm going to tear up Austin on a Lime scooter. Damn right, good sir. That's right, Jeffro, my Chevrolet legs. I'll take the old heel-toe express from now on. For a while, anyway. All joking aside, my friends, the reason we decided to sell it is it's been sitting in my driveway for like 2 months. I hardly ever use it. It was the car that I used to drive down to San Antonio to pick up my son every 2 weeks. But he now moved up here, so I don't have to drive to San Antonio, like almost ever. So we decided that we only probably need one car. So, like I said, you know, it's a sacrifice that must be made. And it was a little bit bittersweet this morning, gosh dang it. There you go, Soups. The old Strolls Royce. That's right, my man. Lamber feet. There you go. Beautiful. Mr. Dorrell, I appreciate the kind words, my man. Good morning. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I know we have some new people in here on this terrific Tuesday. If you are new here, welcome. It is awesome to have you. My name is Dalen, also known as Junk Wax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single morning, starting and ending your days the right way with some of that juicy junk wax, some marvelous modern cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always just a couple laughs. Typically at my expense. And that's exactly how I want it. So folks, if you are new here this morning, if it is your very first time tuning into this ugly mug, keep in mind, you can find us on 5 separate simultaneous platforms right this second. So you can find us on TikTok, Facebook, Kick, YouTube, and of course, the whole rest of the fam family is over here on Twitch. So if you want to make the switch, my friends, we would love to have you. Well, top of the morning to you too, Noah. Good morning, sir. Go team, Scotty 2 Hottie Kuniko. Good morning to the Kuniko clan. The Mitten Man, Mr. Trianfi. Good morning, brother. Aw, I appreciate the kind words. Thank you, Scotty. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, my good man. Great to see you. All right, my dear friends, less talky, more rippy. Good morning, Brandon Miller. How you doing? Connor, we have that spicy water right here, sir. I never forget that. Legendary L. Good morning, my man. I am not a Canadian. Although I was pretty close for a while in my home state of Washington. But no, I live in Austin, Texas, my friend. Thank you for asking. That's right, Mr. Jeffrey Burrell. Some Chevrolet legs, my man. And good morning to Sportify. What's up, Angelo Oshawada? Happening in the morning. Long time no see, my man. Good to see you, too. Big hugs and firm handshakes all around, my dear friends. We're going to have a terrific Tuesday morning. That's right, Jeffro. South Canada. Southern Canadian. Extremely Southern. So, folks, we do have a healthy family queue this morning. Shout out to Todd O'Hara. Todd, are you here this morning, my good man? He was technically going to be our first family rip of the morning unless Mr. Aaron O'Neill is here, also known as Harvard on the Hill over on Twitch. Then we have Cody Custer. Then we have Sean Mishad. Then we have Aaron Halliburton. Then we have Holden Guthrie. And then, my dear friends, if you go check out junkwaxvintage.com, we have several brand new breaks up there and some left over from last week. We have our second ever hockey break here in the family. Getting closer and closer on that one. Thank you to those of you who snagged some spots over the weekend. I sincerely appreciate that, Mr. Bodega. Good morning. Legendary L says, how much did your card sell for on the Bay in the end? Are you talking about the Dylan Cruz, Paul Skeens dual autograph? It sold for $415 total, and after eBay fees and everything, it was $360. Good question. Brian Ellis, thank you for smacking the follow button, my man. Welcome to the crew. Mr. Hobbs, you're right. That Griffey is sweet. That is my PC up there, buddy. Some eye candy. So fun fact, my friend, that is actually my Grail card that I have wanted since I was about 9 years old. And Mrs. Junkwax, my much better half, snagged that for me for my birthday about 3 weeks ago. So I wanted that card when I was 9. I am now on level 43, and I finally got that card. We'll say that was a long time coming. Indeedy. That is correct, Scotty 2 Hottie Kuniko. Shout out to the Phoebe. You know it, my man. But hey, at the end of the day, folks, I actually don't mind the eBay fees because it gives us access to the largest marketplace really on planet Earth. So eBay is the largest marketplace. Whatnot's coming up quick, but eBay still has them beat by quite a bit. And speaking of, my dear friends, I told you guys that we have some surprises coming. Well, I can't share everything with you yet, but what I will share is I had a wonderful conversation last night with a gentleman named Mike from a podcast called Sports Cards Nonsense. And there's some cool stuff brewing behind the scenes, gosh dang it, so I'm excited to be able to tell you here pretty soon. That is correct, Legendary L. Correct. Yep, we did want a little bit more, but, you know, can't worry about things we can't change, right? Uncle Buck, that was a 2024 Panini Prospects Edition, dual autograph numbered to 25, Paul Skeens and Dylan Cruz. That was the one we were talking about. All right, my dear friends, you know what we must do. I think we've had our morning salutations. All the important people are here. It is wonderful to see you this morning, my dear friends. Big hugs and firm handshakes all around. Let's get into our very first pack of this terrific Tuesday. And my friends, this is our final pack of 1990-1991 NHL. If you would like to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com and snag yourself down something to rip this morning, you are absolutely invited to do so. There is plenty of stuff up there. And oh, by the way, my friends, I almost forgot. There is some brand new stuff up there at junkwaxvintage.com. And do you remember, my friends, I purchased specifically some 1991 Fleer baseball because we are hunting these little bad boys. And And 1991 football and 1991 baseball is up in the shop right now. So if you want to go provision hunting, we can start that process. Gotta love the provisions, gosh dang it. Amazing. So Legends, I do believe at some point we're going to give away this entire set to one of you lucky individuals. But for now, it'll stay with Daddy. Okie dokie. Excuse me. First pack of the morning, Legends. Good luck. And speaking of Legends, you incredible human beings over here, we just hit 100 messages in the chat on Twitch. And we've only been here like a few minutes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to the Hammer. And we're not talking about Mark Coleman. Good morning, Mr. Hansen. All right, we start off with a Ed Olczyk for Winnipeg. Eddie and the Jets. Dougie Fresh, Smale, couple of back-to-back Jets. Why, thank you, Sully. You know I switch up my hat almost every day. Kelly Miller. Chris Chelios. Chris Cheerios. Stuart Gavin. Stuart Gavin for Minnesota. Good morning, Niall Darcy, our brother from across the pond. Shee! Good to see you, buddy. How you doing, legend? Another OG gracing us with his presence. How about Peter Erickson for Edmonton? Oh, wow. Think that's the whole Canada team, maybe? Either that or the Russian team. Ah, that is the Canadian national junior team. Interesting. Do we have any famous names in there? A Niedermeyer, Craigswell, Draper, Kidd, Lapointe, Thornton, Snelly, Slaney, and Sillinger, Savigny, Mr. Rice, Mr. Potvin. That's fun. How about Christian Rutu for Buffalo? Brian Hayward. Phil Esposito. Greg's cousin, thrice removed. Joe Murphy. And old James Patrick for New York. Finish then that one off. Beautiful. All right, nice first pack of the morning, if I do say so myself. It is wonderful to see you, Sully. Ah, very nice, my man. I will keep that in mind. Beautiful. We had a lot of Bostonian fans in the house. Mr. Niall Darcy says, I just placed my very first JWV order and waited too long. Finally moved into the new house. We'll pay for shipping once this order is done. I love it, brother. Sounds beautiful. We will hit you behind the scenes with that shipping email, as always. Shout out to Mrs. Junkwax. And I appreciate you, Niall. It's always good to see you in the shop, my good man. Let's refresh that shop real quick for the very first time on this terrific Tuesday morning. After I snag myself a little sippy. Cheers, my friends. For roast. Oh, hell yeah. We have quite a few new orders up there in the shop, my dear friends. Thank you so, so much. All right, Mr. Olag. Ben. Oh, hell yeah. Another wonderful Washingtonian. Love to have you, buddy. So, Ben, your very first purchase from junkwaxvintage.com, and it's a good one. Allow me just a moment, legends. All right, we have a Score Mega Box football. And then we are busted into our Fleer boxes here. Both of them. There is very few things in this world that I love as much as a fresh box of cards. Get your minds out of the gutter. It is not hashtag JWAD yet, my dear friends. All right, single pack of each for Benjamin. Thank you, Ben. And if you are here this morning, my good man, feel free to give me a hell yeah in the chat. So I know you're here. And you are in the queue, Ben. Good morning, Cody. How you doing there, brother? That is correct, my fellow Washingtonian. Thank you, James Erickson. There he is. The K9 blue line. Is that another thin blue line here in the family? Really? Wonderful. Great to have you, buddy. Shout out to Grayson King, our original thin blue line in the family. Officer of the law. There you go, Ben. Got you locked in there, buddy. And you are in the queue, so thank you so much for your patience. Next, we have Mr. Beardsley, my terrific Texan, taking down 3 1991 Fleer baseball packs. Thank you so much, Danny. It is absolutely my pleasure, brother. Thank you. Excited to rip with you. There you go, Mr. Danny Beardsley. Got you covered as well. Good buddy. Alrighty. And last but definitely not least, our brother from across the pond in Dublin.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Mr. Niall Darcy. Taking down 2 2024-2025 Donruss soccer packs. There you go, buddy. And then 1 spot in our 6th round of Topps Chrome Mega Boxes. And that would be spot number 18. Always happy to write your name on a break sheet there, Niall. Good morning, Caleb4. Great to see you over there on Facebook, buddy. How's the morning going, good sir? Shout out to you and Ashley. All right, so folks, before we get into our family rips, this is what that break sheet looks like. We still have plenty of spots left. It is only $12 a spot. So if you want to jump in on that one, please feel free to do so. And we have some other ones up there. Matthew Young, what up? Kev, thank you for smacking the follow button. Uncle Buck, how do you win cards? I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. Help me out on that one, Uncle Buck. Oh, no worries, Matthew Young. It is great to see you again, my brother. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, my man. And you just got back from across the pond. Nice. Hope you had a great trip. So we have our 17th round of Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. And still a whole bunch of spots left in that one, folks. Now remember, we're back to 2 boxes. That is 2 booster boxes, 40 packs total. And it's just $38 a spot. And then a 5 hobby box NFL mixer. That is PYT. And there are still some amazing spots still left. Amazing teams, I should say. Those are right up there at junkwaxvintage.com. Of course, every team is slightly differently priced because there's different opportunities for different teams. And then last but not least, folks, the second ever NHL Family Break Week right here in JWV. So there is plenty of spots still left in that one as well, and I am chomping at the bit to bust into our very second NHL break that we have ever done here in this family. The first one is awesome. Looking forward to the second one. Okie dokie. Let me write a name tag for our buddy Niall. And do we have an A.A. Ron O'Neill? Mr. Harvard on the Hill. Are you here this morning by chance, buddy? Aaron O'Neill. There you go, Niall. You were in the queue, my brother. All right, if we do not have an A.A. Ron O'Neill, do we have a Todd O'Hara in the house? Uncle Buck. Sorry, how do you get on the list? So that is a break sheet, my friend. So if you want to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com, Uncle Buck, all those breaks are up there. And you just buy a spot. That's how you get on the list, my friend. But there is never any pressure, Uncle Buck. If you want to get in, you're more than welcome. But if you don't want to, that's okay too. You're always more than welcome to just be here and come as you are, my man. Hang out with the family. Have a good time. Dak just bought lucky number 7. Beautiful, my dude. Brenton. Aw, I will politely and lovingly push back, my good man. You are a good dude, sir. I appreciate the kind words. Good morning to you. Okie dokie. Mr. Halliburton. Yeah, A.A. Ron O'Neill. Wrong A.A. Ron. I know you're here, you legend. All right. So how about Todd O'Hara? We have Todd O'Hara in the house. We might be striking out twice. So General Custer, Cody Custer, my fellow South Austinite, you're up next if we do not have those gentlemen. Mr. Esposito. Buenos dias, Greg. Your ears must have been burning this morning, my man. We pulled an Esposito in our opening hockey pack. I was giving you a shout out, good buddy. All right, thank you, General Custer. So, we will go ahead and move on. We'll come back to Aaron O'Neill and Todd O'Hara if we see those gentlemen. And Dak, I'm going to refresh that shop in just a few minutes, my friends. We'll get you locked in. But I want to get through some family rips first. We got some people waiting. So, Mr. Custer, I see you snagged 3 beautiful 1990 NBA Hoops packs, going Menendez Brothers hunting, maybe an MJ. And I also saw you snag 4 Playboy packs. So the Playboy packs, my dude, we only rip during JWAD. So after 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So these are going to marinate, and we will bust these tonight when the kids are in bed. So I appreciate you bearing with me on that one, good sir. Alrighty. First family rip of the morning. Good luck. Good morning, Mass Z. How you doing this morning, legend? And I'm drawing a blank on who that is behind that name. I know who it is. I feel terrible. Help me out, Mass Z. Mr. Ricardo Rodriguez. You're looking for a comp? There's Todd O'Hara. That's what I was thinking. Thank you, Todd. So, Ricardo, I wish I was a comp machine, my man. But you are more than welcome to go check out eBay. But what I would do if I was you is I would filter your search results by sold listings only. That is the pro tip. There you go, good buddy. This is Junk Wax. What? Seriously? Still live? Okay, love you. Yikes. Apparently my pooch has a baby squirrel in her mouth. Uh-oh. Yikes. Todd O'Hara, thank you, legend. We're going to rip into your box next, good buddy. All right, good luck, General Custer. That is correct, Jeff Bro. Thank you, my good man. All right, Chucky Smith. Wayman Tisdale. J.R. Reed, rookie. Donaldson. Johnny Battle. Checklist. There's Dutchie over here. Good morning, JVD. Del Harris. Derek Soonerbaum. Good morning, you legend. Always good to see you, brother. About some Joe Barry Carroll, a JBC. And we're not talking about a Junior Bacon Chi. Shout out to Wendy's. Lenny Wilkins. Travis Brodeen, good morning, legend. My fellow Austinite gracing us with his presence, Mr. Hobson. Delaney Rudd, rookie for Utah. Shout out to Johnny. KJ on the All-Star. Purvis Short with Mark Jackson co-starring. Sans Menendez Brothers. Derek Mischievous. Michael Ansley. Akeem the Dream. The King of the Valley, Mr. James Worthy. Cliff and the Swiss Family. Robinson. Adrian Dantley. Johnny Konchak. The Man. The Myth. The Flat Top. Mr. Chris Mullen. Shout out to the Dream Team. The original bad boy of basketball, Mr. Bill Lambier. Chucky Jones. Steve Kerr. Look at that young buck. What a career he had in front of him back then. Jerome Lane for the Nuggies. Mr. Don Nelson. Perennial All-Star, Mr. Joe Dumars. Derek Gervin. Danny Ferry. Shout out to Danny. Oh, did you just see what I saw? Cliff Livingston. Oh, hell yeah. Would you just look at it?
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Congratulations there, General Custer. Beautiful. Not too shabby in the centering department either. Maybe just a hair off to the left, but not too shabby. There you go, Travis, asking we shall receive, my brother. He says, where's that MJ? Just found it. Beautiful. I'm going to top load that one up for you, buddy. Congratulations, General Custer. Always happy to see some MJ in the morning. First card on the stand of this terrific Tuesday. All right, we have some airmail. Mr. Karl Malone. Kelly Tripucka. Fred Roberts from Milwaukee. Moses Malone. Checklist. Dave Corzine for Orlando. Harvey Grant. Chucky Davis. Quit being a perv. Ellison. For Sacramento. Rookie. Dick Versace. Old Mr. Versace. Spokane's finest, John Stockton. On the All-Star, Roy Hinson, Jeff Martin, and Gerald and the Hendersons. Finishing that one off for you. Some beautiful packs there, General Custer, and a wonderful way to start our terrific Tuesday. Thank you, buddy. Alrighty. We're going to put that one to the side for General Custer. And Mr. O'Hara, Mr. Mass Z. You ready, buddy? Thank you for being our first rip of the morning. Mr. Custer, I appreciate you, brother. Absolutely, my man. Thank you. All right, Mr. O'Hara. Let's go. For the very first time on this amazingly wonderful week, but a terrific Tuesday morning, you know what we must do. We shout Grippeth. And we shout Rippeth. Best of luck to you, Todd O'Hara. Let's do it. And folks, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of these Top Series 2 Fanatics exclusive blasters. We had a sealed case of 40 of them. I think we're down to like a handful left. And we have not seen a memorabilia redemption yet. I'm hoping we at least find one in the entire case. Mr. Romy, good morning. Slowly but surely, my dear friends, we are getting the whole fam-damly up in here on this terrific Tuesday. Pack number 4 to the side, because it is tradición. Good luck, Trav. Or excuse me, good luck, Todd. And thank you, Trav. Upside down. Thank you so damn much for the tiny, tiny tree I see over there. Very first one of those we've seen. Dutchy says the mega box is sold out? Oh, hell yeah. We're going to bust into that one this morning then. Beautiful. I know, Jeremy. I know, buddy. Looks like the Mariners are going to the postseason. First time in a while. Pretty stoked about that, not going to lie. All right. We start out with an Amaya. Kodai Senga. Adam Wolfenstein. Austin Wells with that magnificent mustache. McCormick. Isbell. Brendan Donovan and those sweet, sweet socks. Shout out to my Saint Lunatics. Troy Taylor. The Degrominator on the 1990 throwback. The Lawnmower Man. Mr. Jackson Jobe on the Rookie Stars of the MLB. Oh, how about a Doogie Howser, BD, on the Rainbow Logo Fractor. We got the Rockies. Willier Abreu. Shout out to Falcor on the Future Stars for Baston. Stewart, Morgan, Fairchild. Shout out to Morgie. Doogie Howser, so nice you got him twice. Rayleigh, Hellman. Shout out to Noah. Ooh, we have a relic, and we have a true photo variation. Well, there you go, good sir. Not too shabby. I think he's on the injured list right now, if I remember correct. I think he broke his leg, but that is Jose Can You See Siri for the Mets on the True Photo Variation SP. And then you got a relic also. Somebody bang a trash can for Mr. Jeremy Pena. Game used. Gotta love it. You have your World Series MVP with his annoyingly perfect teeth, Freddie Freeman. There you go, Travis. I'm glad you got that extremely obscure reference, my brother. Another Stewart, Morgan, Fairchild. So nice, you got him twice. Razor Ramon, Chico. Hayden Dana, shout out to Kyle Dana. TJ Friedel, Fletcher, Rodon, Alec Thomas. Mr. Austin Barnes for the Trolley Dodgers, Aranda. Goldie on the Schmeckel, your 2022 MVP Paul Goldschmidt. He's got the juice. Tatis on the Summer Superstars. One half of Slam Diego, Manny Machado. Abreu, one more time, Wilyer Abreu on the Future Stars Rainbow Logo Fractor. Duran for Minnesota. Jack Sawinski for the Pirates. Grant Holmes with his Locks of Love. I love it, Travis. Thank you so much, my good man. Alonso. Alex on the Cobb. Rojas. The Lawnmower Man. Austin Hedges. Grant Holmes with his Locks of Love on the True Silver. How about the Nolan Express? on this terrific Tuesday morning. Always happy to see some Holy Noli. Nicely centered, too. That's a beauty. Luis Angel Acuna on the Stars of the MLB rookie for the Mets. Seen a lot of him lately. Miguel Amaya for the Cubbies on the Rainbow Logo Fractor. And some Texas Taters finishing off round number 1. We are going to sleeve and top load your True Photo Variation SP. And then I think this one's going to go in a 75 or 100 point top loader. We're going to find out together. As always, my dear friends, top of the morning to ya. It is damn good to see ya. I see you, Dutchie. Would love to find a Luke Weaver. That is a 75 point top loader on the Pena. For future reference. All right, let me snag myself a little sippy. Cameron Lambert says, I thought you was Walter White as I scrolled past. Awesome, buddy. Very cool. Good morning. I definitely look like Walter White. All right. Round number 2. Mr. O'Hara. Let's go, Todd. And let's see if we can't find a Luke Weaver for Dutchie. And Mr. Romy. I cannot thank you enough for the beautiful roses, my dude. Thank you. Great to see you this morning, as always. You're right, Greg. We do. Alrighty. Round number 2. Starting off a little Kyle Freeland for the Rockies. Joe Musgrove. Somebody check this man's ears for foreign substances. Connor Gillespie. JT Ginn. Jason Foley. He's got the juice. Tatis. Nicky Two Bags. Gustavo Campero. Kevin Smith. Adley Rushman on the Stars of the MLB. How about a few marvelous Minnesotans on the High Mom posing for a parent? The Canario in the coal mine, Mr. Alexander Canario. Good morning, Danny Mackers. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Thea Suzuki. Louis Severino, Gavin Williams, Halverson, Torkelson, Joey Bart, Neely, Boyd. How about Babe Ruth and luscious Lou Gehrig on the duel? That's a fun one. Pobrecito, Altuvito, a different type of short print. For the Trolley Dodgers on your Rainbow Logo Fractor, Max Muncy. Brent Grisham, Garrett Whitlock, the Polar Bear, Junior Caminero, your Home Run Derby runner-up, Elio Ramos. Well, good morning, Mr. Nicius. Niche! Good to see you this morning, my man. I love the positivity, Danny. Thank you. Uncle Buck says, what is the oldest pack of cards you have ever ripped on the show? That's a good question, my friend. I think like late 70s, like 77, 78. I think we opened one a few years back, but I think that's as late as we go. Would always love to open some farther back ones, but they're pretty expensive. Kyle Giungo, have I received any updates on my package? I will have to double check, my man. I can do that right after the show. Big Perm. Good morning. Dalton Dunham, little double D. Good morning, and thank you for smacking that follow button. We have a Griffin Conine, Corbin Burnson, Trey Turner, Holman, Bayo, Roki Sasaki. Beautiful. Little Stars of the MLB rookie. Rookie Roki. Mr. Garrett Mitchell for the Brew Crew on your Rainbow Logo Fractor. AJ Smith, the Mets, Giolito, Bowers, Parker. The Rangers, always drinking that Baterade. Shout out to Corey Bader, his cousin Harrison. Jenny Jones's son Jared. 2 in blue for the Trolley Dodgers. Michael Harris for the Braves on the 1990 throwback. Jacob Wilson for the Athletics. Shout out to Dutchie. Santander for the Blue Jays on the Logo Fractor. And Nasty Nick Martinez for WKRP in Cincinnati. And Mr. O'Hara,
One down, one to go.
last pack magic, buddy. Good luck. Oh, that's amazing, Eddie. Nice, buddy. Congratulations. Very cool. Why, thank you, Dutchie. All right, we have a UC Kikuchi. It is not hashtag JWAD yet, my dear friends. Aldegary, Big Ben Lively, Tobias Myers for the Brew Crew on the Future Stars, Justin Bieber, Urseg, Tomoyuki Shigano, Lennon Sosa. Ask and you shall receive there, Dutchie. Oh, look, Weaver. I believe you can get me through the night. Shout out to Luke Weaver. Love you, brother. Goldie of the Stars of the MLB. For the Mets. The Kodai so nice you have seen him twice. Senga. And thicker than a couple of Snickers. Mr. Ali Alejandro Kirk. Beautiful. Eddie, you are so welcome, my man. Thank you for sharing. Well, there you go, Todd O'Hara. It is always my pleasure to rip together, buddy. Thank you so much for snagging those down from junkwaxvintage.com. Jorge Blanco, bienvenidos, my man. Good morning. How you doing? Muchísimas gracias, Todd O'Hara. And looking forward to the next one, good sir. I hope you are having a magnificent morning, brother. Oh, by the way, folks, I got something new over the weekend. Want to see something kind of cool? So I'll share with you, folks, a little personal. See that little bad boy right there? I actually got like a legit ring. So when I married Mrs. Junkwax, I got a $40 ring because I could not afford any more back then. So they had a special at Groove Life. So shout out to Groove Life. And I got this little bad boy for $149. And it is a gold tungsten ring. And it feels so nice on there. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Kyle Giungo, have I heard anything from the post office? Again, my friend, no, I have not. I'm so sorry about that, but I can check into that after the show, Kyle Giungo. All right. Thank you so much, Jorge Blanco. Estoy acuerdo. I agree. Thank you, Dutchie. Ryan Stetson, how long is the queue? Good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 people in the queue at the moment, my man. How we doing over there, family? Sure. Oh my Lanta. Folks, we have a little 80 baby squirrel here. Has no hair. So apparently it was just born. It had amniotic fluid still all over it and it fell out of the tree and my dog had it in her mouth. You guys want to see? I'm going to be careful, but you should be able to see right there. Look at the little baby. That's right. Find me another card show that shows you a baby squirrel this morning, folks. It's so cute. Oh. Yeah, it's breathing. I can see heartbeat. Wow. Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. Woo. That hits me in the feels, ladies and gentlemen. Steven says, I'll take it. I'm sure you would, my man. Oh, it needs to be fed 12 times a day. That is good to know. So we're actually going to call Wildlife here in Austin and just have them come pick it up and raise that little baby squirrel. We'll save that life today. Gosh dang it. So folks, officially and literally, look, squirrel. Goodness gracious. That's right, Uncle Buck, our new mascot. One of one squirrel. That is correct. Goodness gracious. Sounds awesome, Kyle Giungo. Very cool, brother. Outstanding. Danny Mackers. Hill, it needs to eat everything in your house. That's right, brother. Goodness gracious, my friends. You just never know what you're going to find here at JWB, right? Wow. I agree, Greg Exposito. Little Gem Mint 10 squirrel baby. You're absolutely right, David. That squirrel has experienced some
Emotional damage.
true story. Lee, that is a rude awakening. Yikes. Trev Johnson says, where was the baby squirrel at in the queue? Good question, my friend. Good question. Steven, new to my stream, my man. Good morning. Nice to have you. I promise we don't always have baby squirrels on the stream. That is a one-time thing. Holy cow. All right, my dear friends, I know we have some new people in the house this morning. If it is your very first time tuning into our baby squirrel, welcome. My name is Dalen, also known as Junk Wax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single morning, starting your morning right with that daily dose of positivity. Some sweet, sweet trading cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always quite a few laughs. Typically at my expense. And that is exactly how I want it. So if you are new here this morning, my friends, just a couple of things for you. We go live to 5 separate simultaneous platforms almost every single morning, Tuesday through Friday. So you can find us on TikTok, Facebook, Kick, YouTube, and of course, the whole rest of the fam family is over here on Twitch. So if you want to make the switch, my friends, please feel free to do so. That's what I'm hearing in my brain right now, General Custer. The Sarah McLachlan song from the ASPCA commercials. In the arms of the angels, fly away from here. Shout out to the baby squirrel. Gotta love it. That's right, Brian Smith. Get that guy a Red's burrito stat. Good morning, Mikey One. It is great to see you this morning, my brother. How are you? Great to see you. Perfect timing, right? Perfect timing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show back on the rails, shall we? Uncle Buck says, name it Rocky. I like it. Steve and baby elephant tomorrow? Possible. Possible, sir. Folks, we got to bust into a brand new spicy water. Allow me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, please. And thank you. Roast. Kareem. All right, legends. Sean Mishad. Do we have a Sean Mishad in the house? MC Mikey. It is great to have you over here on TikTok this morning, my good man. Thank you for following us over here from Whatnot. Good to see ya. What is your name over there on Whatnot, if I may ask? And Ryan Bartley, thank you for smacking the follow button, my dude. Welcome to the family. Okie dokie. Sean Mishad, are you here this morning, my good man? J-Rod, if you're taking off this morning, my brother, have a terrific remainder of your Tuesday. And I hope to see you back here tonight. Same junk time, same junk channel, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Big hugs, firm handshakes to you, buddy. Much love to you, J-Rod. Excuse me. Gotcha, Mikey. Well, it is great to have you over here, my dude. Excuse me. I appreciate you. Steven, thank you for smacking the follow button, buddy. Welcome to the family. Dozer Champ, thank you for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. Good to see you this morning. And folks, we are almost up to 20,000 likes this morning over on TikTok. That is astonishing. Thank you so much. Well, gosh dang it. We don't have a Sean Mishad with us here this morning. How about an AA Ron Halliburton? And how about our second box of Panini Elite Extra Edition out of our sealed case? See if we can't find a case hit for you, AA Ron. Our newest proud papa in the family. David Piccirilli says, Dalen, my son asked me yesterday if, quote, that junk guy would be on YouTube tonight. He was sad when I told him that you take Mondays off. Well, we are here tonight, my man. You can let that young man know that we will be back here tonight on YouTube just for him. There's Mr. Halliburton. Beautiful. Kip and Pause, thank you for smacking the follow button. And you were absolutely welcome, Mikey. Right back at you, good buddy. All right, AA Ron Halliburton. Buena suerte. Good luck. Let's do it. And Holden Guthrie. If you are here this morning, buddy, you're on deck. And just to let you know, legends, the queue is as follows. We have Holden Guthrie. Then Benjamin, our thin blue line. Then Mr. Danny Beardsley. Then our brother from across the pond, Mr. Niall Darcy. And then, folks, I know we have a full Topps Chrome Mega Box break that we're going to bust into as well. Yes, Danny Mackers, so we do not go live on Mondays. That is the day that we take to catch up on shipping, sorting, grading, etc. Empty box there, AA Ron. Pack number 4 to the side because it is Tradicion. Try Hard Panda, thank you for smacking the follow button. Stacy Stumets, good morning, my friend. Mr. McPhelan, how you doing, young man? T-Bone, I am very well. How are you this morning? Always good to see you, buddy. We're going to rip all these down and go through them together, Mr. Halliburton. That is correct, Mr. Hansen. We're going to bust into that Playboy later tonight, though, my man. You know we typically don't bust into that until JWAD, right? All right, let's go. Starting out with a Horbath. Mac Horbath. Cade Cooler throwing the heater for the Braves. And that one is numbered to 9. Beautiful. Our first autograph is Ralphie Velasquez on a die cut extra edition for Cleveland. And that one is numbered to $3.99. Second autograph is for Sean McClain on the Hidden Gems. Maybe a trolley dodger. That one is not numbered. There is 8 autographs in these boxes. Oh, thank you, Danny Mackers. That's awesome, Mikey. Congratulations, my dude. Oh, what? Stacy Stumets and Mr. T-Bone are your biggest fans married couple right here. Oh, I did not know that, my friend. Thank you so damn much. T-Bone. Just smacked you with a follow as well. And also, there's Stacy Stumets. It is always great to have a couple here, my friends. You are hitting me in the fields over here, gosh dang it. Thank you. Making my morning, as always. Big hugs, both of you. My morning is going very well. Thank you for asking, Mr. McPhelan. How's your morning going? All right, we have a Marwis Jorge. Looks like a Kansas City Royal. And that one is not numbered. How about stud prospect for the Fighting Phillies, Aiden Miller, on the future star status? For my Seattle Mariners. Ooh, we have a redemption in here. But first, for my Seattle Mariners, Thelnine Celestin. And that one is numbered to $4.99. Our redemption is Andres Chaparro on the base signatures. Of course, if you want me to redeem that for you, Mr. Halliburton, I am happy to do so. And oh, by the way, my friends, we did get a redemption in on Saturday. I'm excited to show you. Or excuse me, it came in yesterday. Holt Emerson for my Seattle Mariners on the relic. Yes, please. Willie Sanders. Jacob Gonzalez for the White Sox on the Spellbound. 1/3 of the Brothers Naylor on the Prime Numbers die cut for the Athletics. Shout out to Dutchie. And that one is numbered to 200. He had all the eye black. Dylan Quaystad on the autograph. Another extra edition. That one goes to the Minnesota Twins. And that one is numbered to $3.95. We have another relic for the Atlanta Braves, Hurston Waldrep. We've been watching him since Stars and Stripes. If I remember correctly, that is a first-round material. Carlson Reed for the Pirates. Not numbered. Rhett Lauder with his Locks of Love for WKRP. That one is numbered to $1.99. Hard to see it, but there you go. Holt Emerson, so nice. You got him twice for my Seattle Mariners. That is numbered to $4.99. Thomas Harrington for the Pirates on your Impact Impressions autograph. Not numbered. Alan Roden. Looks like maybe a Met. Nope, that is a Toronto Blue Jay on the autograph, not numbered. And last but not least, now a White Sox, Mr. Kyle Teal on the Elite Extra Edition. And that one is not numbered. All right, Mr. Halliburton.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic, buddy. Let's do it. You are absolutely right, Jeff Hansen. And good morning, J Mac. Good morning, Bubba. Good morning, Mr. Hudson. Good morning, Utah Breaks, also known as Brandonio. Great to see you this morning, my brother. Long time no talk. Mr. Henshin, good morning. Ooh, we have an Enrique Bradfield Jr. on the Spellbound for the Orioles. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. That one is not numbered. Oh, Hunter Haas for the Tampa Bay Rays. And I think that might be numbered to, nope, 275 on that one. Eric in the Torres for Alan White's Kansas City Royals. And that is numbered to 200 on the autograph. And your last autograph is for Los Angeles. That is Camden Minacci on the autograph. And that one is numbered to 200. And then finishing that one off, you have Mr. Wenninger, the Jack variety for New York on your Elite Extra edition. There you go, Mr. Halliburton. I love those boxes so damn much. I'm sorry I couldn't find you a case hit in there, though. Gosh dang it. I tried. But I will sleeve and top load all of those autographs for you, buddy, right after the show this morning. And I appreciate you snagging that down from junkwaxvintage.com and giving us some eye candy on this terrific Tuesday. As I have said before, folks, and I will say it again, I never apologize for the redundancy. I am absolutely convinced that we have the best group of gem, mint, pen human beings in the entire card hobby right here in the JWVCC. And of course, my dear friends, that has everything to do with each and every one of you and hardly anything to do with me. So I cannot thank you enough for being here with me this morning, my friends, and lighting up that shop this morning. You know, it's always fun to rip into packs, but I think it's just a little bit more fun to rip into packs with 50 to 100 of your best friends, and that is what we do here almost every single morning. So thank you, Mr. Halliburton, for making that possible, buddy. Hey, thank you, brother. Alrighty, do we have a Holden Guthrie in the house? Thank you, Danny Mackers. I agree. And Adam says, hey, Dalen, the package goes out today. Where can I send a pic of the package so you can confirm? Best place would be Dalen at junkwaxvintage.com. DALEN at junkwaxvintage.com. Junkwaxvintage, all one word. Stacy Stumets, I heart you right back, you legend. Thank you so damn much for your very first TikTok gift ever here in the family. Much appreciated, homie. That is very kind of you to say, Mr. McPheelan. I think I'm okay, my dude. I think we have a long way to go. But I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so damn much. And thank you, Adam. Looking forward to seeing that this morning, my good man. All right, shout out to Mr. Holden Guthrie. One single pack of 2019 Optic Baseball. Oh, excellent, Mr. Halliburton. I got you covered, brother. Let me write myself a little tag here real quick. And do we have a Bree Imus here with us this morning? I will redeem that for you there, Mr. Halliburton. Thank you, brother. So, folks, we did get a redemption back yesterday. Good morning, Dallas. How you doing, legend? Top of the morning to you, brother. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, buddy. All right, so shout out to Bree Imus, our favorite Imus in the evening. My national buddy. We got to hang out at the National together just a few weeks ago. A lot of you will remember we pulled this not too long ago, actually. Shout out to Topps for getting a redemption back to us pretty damn quick. Vinicius Oliveira from 2025 Topps Chrome UFC. Beautiful. And that one is numbered to 199. Rookie auto for Bree Imus. And thank you as always, Bree, for letting me redeem this for you. That will be in your next JWV package. All right, one last call for Mr. Holden Guthrie. Are you here this morning, Holden? I hope so too, Mr. Halliburton. Mean Brad Green, good morning, legend. Hope you're having a wonderful one, Bradley. Hope you're having a tremendous Tuesday morning thus far. All right, well, gosh dang it, we're striking out on Holden. How about our new thin blue line in the family, Ben? Mr. Olag. If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, please let me know, Ben. So, folks, we are starting the hunt for 1991 Provisions. And thank you to our buddy Dallas for putting those back in my mind. I remember now how amazing those are. We're going hardcore Provisions hunting. And for you folks that do not know what Provisions is, that is what we're looking for. These little guys right here. And then I think once we get through all the boxes, we are going to give away this entire set. I thought that would be kind of fun. And these are the basketball ones. We don't have the basketball in yet, but it should come in this week. So very, very excited to get into those, folks. And thank you, Benjamin. You and I both, buddy. You and I both, brother. Shout out to my fellow veteran. Mine was butchered as well, bud. All right, Ben. Well, first rip magic here in the front yard, my brother. Let's do it. Good luck. Now, remember, my friends, those Provisions are a tough pull, but I'm really hoping that we find some for somebody here in the family. I have 2 boxes of football at the moment. I have 2 boxes of baseball, and then we have 1 box of basketball that will be here this week. All right, starting out with a Pena. Malaki. Oh, hell yeah. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
Right off the jump? There you go, Ben. Talk about a little first break magic. As I just talk about how hard they are to pull. There you go. Congratulations, buddy. And I'll tell you what, that is not too shabby on the centering either. Beautiful card there, brother. First rip magic is real for you. I know, Mr. McCree. I know it. He says, I thought they were hard to pull. They are. We just got very, very lucky. Congratulations, Ben. That is beautiful. Hell yeah. All right, starting off little checklist. Jeff Pico de Gallo. Pedro Munoz. Kevin Moss. Gerald Perry with his unusually white teeth. Kevin Biersay. Julio Franco. Bobby Bonilla. And Barry Larkin. Joe Bitker. Von Hayes. Gary Pettis. And the Astros. Last but not least on the sticker. Beautiful. All right, heck of a first pack there, my dear friends. Let's see if we can't find you a football Provisions. Good luck. I swear to gosh, folks, if we find him another one in this first pack, my head might explode. How about Cleveland Gary? Sammy Smith. John Williams for my Seattle Seahawks on the league leaders. Frankie Stams. Keith Woodside. John Stevens. All-Pro Mark Carrier for the Bears. Jim Sixpence None the Richer. Give me a hell yeah if you get that extremely obscure reference. Steve Atwater. Otis Anderson. Chauncey Billups' brother, Lewis Billups. Dennis Smith. Sam Clancy. Gary Anderson. And Mike Babb for the Browns, last but not least. Thank you so much, Greg Esposito. I love that you get all my extremely obscure references. Thank you, brother. Oh, by the way, my friends, we do have a brand new outro jingle today also. I'm excited for you to hear it. We had a new opening jingle this morning for those of you that were here, and we have a brand new outro as well. All right, Ben, let's get to the very end of your very first rip here in the family, my man. Thank you again, and good luck. Let's do it. Oh, yes, we are, Greg Esposito. We are of the same vintage, my friend. I think you're right. This is our very first mega box of 2025 Score Football. We have gone through a couple of cases of hobby, but this is our very first mega. Good luck, Ben. Excuse me. All right, pack number 4 to the side because it is tradición. Good luck, my friend. I see you, Ben. I got you, buddy. Dang autocorrect. Danny Mack says, do you have any Ricky Hill stuff? I do not, my friend. Sorry about that. No Ricky Hill. And typically we don't sell a whole lot of singles here. Just letting you know. We do sealed wax, breaks, and when it comes to singles, we typically do those over on Whatnot. So you are more than welcome to follow us over there on Whatnot if you would like. And soon would be eBay. So if you folks are just rolling up in here this morning, I have some news. I had a wonderful conversation with my buddy Mike from Sports Cards Nonsense last night, and there's some really cool stuff coming right around the corner. I got to keep it kind of close to the vest at the moment, but just know there's some cool stuff coming. All right, we start off with a Josh Simmons, Jake Briningstool, Ray McBride on the Celebration, Van Ginkel on the red parallel Alec Pierce for the Colts. Excuse me. Pace Hoonier, Dortch, Mr. Mathis, Theo Johnson, Jamison Williams for the Lions, Brian Robinson Hoonier, Dave Craig for my Seattle Seahawks. Awesome. Tucker Kraft, Butta Baker, Caleb Johnson rookie, Isaiah Bond from right here in Austin, Texas. Book 'em. Xavier Worthy. Whoa, ho, ho. Well, hello. My son's PC on the Zoned In Relic. Beautiful. Another UT Longhorn. On the Sack Attack, Leonard Williams for my Seattle Seahawks. Steve Young on the first ballot. Cam Ward, rookie. Beautiful. I have a hunch, my dear friends, that Cam Ward is going to do very, very well. If you have a Cam Ward rookie card, I would suggest you hang on to him. Maker Bayfield. And folks, there might just be a Maker Bayfield rated rookie PSA 10 that's going to be in the Junk Wax Vintage hitboxes. DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, back-to-back Bears, Hank Bigsby, Anthony Munoz, Midnight and David Montgomery, Johnny Stewart, Adam Phelan, shout out to Mr. McPhelan, Altoona, shout out to Mr. Gary V, that is his PC for the Jets, Josh Simmons, Briningstool, Caleb Williams on the throwback. That's fun. We have not seen one of those yet in 2025 Score Football. Ray McBride, Troy Franklin for the Horsies on the red parallel, Hendrickson, Travis Swift, Mrs. Junk Wax's PC, the Magic Man, Mr. Don Mikowski, shout out to Jeffro, Hawkinson, Gary, Madison, Amir Gibbs, Lambjack for the Dirty Birdies, Darake London, and Eddie Pinero, last but not least for North Kakalaki. We're going to sleeve up that Caleb Williams just to be on the safe side. And your Xavier Worthy. And I need to open some brand new 100-point top loaders. For those of you that are unaware, we do make our own supplies here at JWV. You're more than welcome to go check those out at junkwaxvintage.com. Shameless plug. I think they're the best top loaders in the whole game, but I am also very partial. Because they're mine. But folks in the family think the same way. There we go. Like a glove. Like it's meant to be in there. Beautiful. All right. Round 2. Good luck. That's right, Witch Doctor. Good to see you, JC. How are you this morning, my friend? Top of the Tuesday to you. You were just in time to see us ripping into our very first Score Football Mega Box of 2025. Mr. Scotty Too Hottie Trianfi. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, my dude. Start and Park Racing, welcome back, my friend. Great to see you again. David, how many more family rips before we hit that Topps Chrome break? That's a good question, my friend. Give me just a moment. Looks like we have 3 or 4 more family rips, buddy. 3 or 4 more. Goodness gracious. All right, one last pack. Good morning, Uncle Smitty. Yay, yay. ¿Cómo está tu my San Antonio hermano? ¿Cómo fue su fin de semana? All right. Good luck, Ben. Gracie Bowling, thank you for smacking the follow button. Oh, holy cow, Witch Doctor. That's amazing. Well, you are getting it in, my friend. Congratulations on that. Should be a good-looking paycheck. Shavon Revel Jr. for Dem Boys. Kenneth Grant. Ashton Janti on the 1990 throwback. How cool is that? I love it. Throwback to 1990? Yes, please. League leaders. Cameron Kinchins. Jaden Higgins. Oh, wow. Would you just look at it? For the Texans on the Schmeckel. Stardust Schmeckel. And that is numbered to 499. Hard to see it, but it is 287 out of 499 on that one, buddy. The Return of the Mac. Donovan McNabb. Warren. Wilson. Mark Rippon. Another Spokane's finest. Shout out to Spokane, Washington. Mapu. Jordan Love. Saquon Gnarls Barkley. Dak. Jacoby. Quinn Ewers. From right here in Austin, Texas for the Dolphins. Rookie. Hectoroya McMillan, my cousin. Good morning, Rami. How you doing, my friend? Garrett Wilson on the throwbacks for the Jets. Howdy ho there, Malik Neighbors on the celebration. Shout out to Miss Melody. Tyleek Williams. Willie Galt. Christian Watson. Shout out to Josh Watson. Rome Odunze. Shout out to the University of Washington. Go Dogs. Raheem Colonel Mostert. Hawkinson. Gary. Jamar Chase, also known as Bayou in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. McLaughlin. Hooker. From Washington State University. Shout out to Pullman. Drew Bledsoe. Go Cougs. Corey Horton Heat from a Seahawks. Gunnar Helm from right here in Austin, Texas. Danielle Hunter for the Texans on the sack attack. Earl Campbell, Texan legend for those now defunct Houston Oilers. Well, good morning, Mikey the Mad Hatter. It is wonderful to see you over here on Twitch, my brother. Thank you as always. Mr. George Pickens, Ricky Pearsall, Braylon Dalen Allen, Jalen Dalen Waddles, Michael Vick, better hide those dogs. Alexander Madison, DeForest Bill Buckner, Stingley Hoonier, Stewart, Phelan, shout out to Mr. McPhelan, Altoona, Dylan Gabriel for the Browns, their 17th quarterback, Ollie Gordon, Brandon Aubrey for Dem Boys on the league leaders. I love it so much, Mikey. I hope you have a wonderful lunch, my brother. Malik Neighbors, so nice. You have seen him twice on the throwbacks. Jamar Chase. For Dem Boys, Micah Parsons. Zay Flowers. Chris Long. The Bus. Bryce Young. Legend. Warren Moon. That is back-to-back legends. Thunder Cheeks. Good morning, my man. Puka Nakua. Jalen Polk. Kyler Murray. Malachi Corley. Hez Johnson. Borregas. Oh. Well, hello. How about a Patty Mahomes relic on your very first family rip here in the front yard, Ben? Congratulations to our second thin blue line in the family. That's amazing. And folks, I think that might be our very first Mahomes relic that we have ever pulled here on this family. Damn. That is a tremendous way to start our Tuesday morning. Beautiful. 2 relics, and both of them are Chiefs. All right, we have a Cam Ward on the 1990 throwback. Awesome. Ray Hendrickson, Jaden Higgins, Rousseau, Benson, Bijan, Garrett Goff, Jaden Daniels, CeeDee Lamb, Washington, the name's Dalton, Kincaid. Shout out to Patrick Swayze and Charles Woodson for Dem Boys, finishing that one off. We have one pack to go, Ben, but this was a magnificent first rip here of the family, my dude. Congratulations. And you found one of those provisions in your very first pack. I could not have written that any better, my man. That is pretty damn cool. Upload that one up for you, buddy, because it's pretty. And we're down to your last two packs here, my brother.
One down, one to go.
Good luck. And Danny Beardsley, you're up next, legend. Little cuffing. No big deal. Thank you, Danny Mackers. Oh, you know what we're doing over here, Dallas. Just starting the morning right. Ripping through some juicy packs on this terrific Tuesday. How are you doing this morning, buddy? There we go. All right, little sippy. Cheers, my friends. Let's do it. Good luck, Ben. Starting off with a Trevor ETN. Trey Amos. JSN for my Seattle Seahawks. Maker Bayfield on the throwback. In the old school Bucks unis. Awesome. Willie Galt. Portland Sutton. Christian Gonzalez. Kenneth Walker III for my Seattle Seahawks. Thank you so much, Danny Mackers. E. Higgins. Alex Highsmith. Debo for the Commanders. Interesting. Njoku. Tyron Williams. Kieran Matthew. Mr. Mixon. Riley Leonard. Arroyo. Celebration Puka. Kyle Van Noy for the Dirty Birdies on the sack attack. Stu, you are very welcome. Welcome to the family, my man. Michael Wilson. Jay Jetta for Minnesota. Elaw. Derwin. Josh Downs. TJ Watt. Van Ginkel. Antonio Gates. Brock Bowers. Eli Manning. And Rashawn Johnson for the Bears. Finishing that one off for you, buddy. Beautiful first rip here in the family, Ben. Congratulations on some sweet, sweet cards there, buddy. And I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, hope that that is your very first rip of many here in the family. Welcome to the family, Ben. Great to have you, buddy. And much respect for you being a thin blue line, my man. Stay safe out there, buddy. And hey, I appreciate you more, brother, for helping to keep this thing on the rails. Cheers. All right, legends, allow me just a shake of a lamb's tail here for Ben. And Danny Beardsley, you're up next, brother. And then Mr. Niall Darcy, our brother from across the pond, you're up next. All right, Mr. Beardsley. Let's see if we can't find you a Provisions, my brother. Good luck. The Philly Fanatic, thank you for smacking the follow button, my friend. Welcome to the crew. Good morning, Ray Wells. We're just going to rip all these down for you, Danny. We will go through them together. So I remember ripping into these when they first released in 1991. This is one of those sets that was so infamous, it's now kind of become cool. But back in 1991, we hated it. It was terrible. It was like one of the worst designs ever. But now, it's so bad that it's kind of good. I like it. Come around full circle over the last 30 years. All right, we start off with a Ventura. I heard animals in there, Ventura. I'm sorry, Mr. Chickadance. I thought you were somebody else. Keep him away from Holy Noly. Wally Joyner. Troy Afanier. Steve Avery. Keith Miller laying down the bunt for the Mets. Kevin Romine, Lettuce, the Iron Man. And what do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? We have another one.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh, hell yeah. And it is my PC since I was a little kid, Jose Canseco. Congratulations, Danny Beardsley. I love it. Folks, we have found 2 of these already. I typically remember them being like, sometimes you go through a whole box, you don't even find one. I am stoked we found 2 of them. Congratulations, Danny Beardsley. All right, we are moving on. Checklist. Greg Smith.
Come on, Craig.
Oh, hell yeah. One of my favorite cards from the entire set. Ken Griffey Jr. and Mr. Barry Bonds on the 2nd generation stars. And I'll tell you what there, buddy. Slightly off center top to bottom, but left to right looks pretty darn good. Nice card there, my friend. You know when you find the kid in Bonds, you sleeve that one up. Excellent. All right, we have the Alvaro of the Espinosa. Frank White. Felix Fermin. Sticker. And you got a fearsome foursome. Probably Dodgers, now defunct Expos, JVD's Athletics, and my Seattle Mariners. Love it. And Dallas, you found all my old emotes there, buddy. Those are awesome. Thank you, bud. James's cousin, Mr. Scott Erickson from Minnesota. Don Slott, Sharperson. Kelly McGruber from right here in Austin, Texas. Rick Cerrone, the Cowboys' daddy. Just kidding. Bill Duran. Mark Salas. I wonder if he's related to Ethan Salas, who is now playing for San Diego. Dave Schmidt Motors. Greg Briley. Dave Stewart. Joe Bover. Brian Meyer. Atlee Hammaker for San Diego. One of the worst names for a pitcher ever. Mr. Eric Plunk. Plunked him. Almost as good as Bob Walk. How about Chief Wahoo, the Motor City Kitties, Alan White's Kansas City Royals, and the Brew Crew. Bob Guerin. Roy Smith. Mark Knudsen. Mark Thurman, back-to-back marks. Greg Brock. Ryan Downing. Jumpert. Heathcliff. Melito. Icorn is Finkel. Finkel is Icorn. And do you see who's co-starring back there, ladies and gentlemen? Rest in peace to Mr. Ricky Henderson. Dave Otto. Mark Grant. Back-to-back marks with Mark Carrion. Jody Reed. And last but not least, another fearsome foursome, the Pirates, the St. Lunatics, the San Diego Padres, and the Gigantes. Finishing that one off for you. Beautiful. Mr. Janap, I have received your emails, my man, and there's a pre-grading report that's going to be in your email box today, good buddy, if it's not in there already. So thank you, Mr. Janap. I appreciate that, brother. Okie dokie. Well, Mr. Beardsley, that was a wonderful first rip this morning, my man. Thank you so much, and congratulations on 2 amazing cards out of those packs. Ken Griffey Jr. and Barry Bonds. And that Jose Canseco on the Provisions. Pretty damn cool there, buddy. Hey, thank you, Mr. Danny Beardsley. Going in your pile, brother. Okie dokie, legends. We have worked our way to our brother from across the pond, Mr. Niall Darcy. Are you here this morning, my man? Actually, Niall, perfect timing, buddy. You're up right meow. Excellent. I love it. Oh, no worries, Eric. We got you covered, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you, bud. All right, legends. Let's do it. Now, after this rip, we're going to head right back on over to junkwaxvintage.com and refresh that shop. And I got to give a shout out over here, folks. Dutchy and Dallas. Do you see that your subscription badges has changed colors there, legends? Because you have now been subscribed for a little bit. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you. So handsome over there, boys. We're going to go through these together, Niall. And then we will head right back on over to junkwaxvintage.com, my friends, because we have a full break this morning. All right, we have an Adrian Rabiot, Johan Vasquez, Mata Zakagni, Ollie Watkins, João Cancelo, Benjamin Pavard, Trinity Rodman. It's a lady. Make that two ladies. Rose Lavelle, Pape Matarsar, Antonio Rudiger, Weston McKennie, Flash Gordon for England, Antonio Nusa. We're not talking about the yogurt. From Down Under, Manuel Ugarte, Marcos Acuna. On the optic preview, Folarin Balogun, Christopher Azure, channeling his inner Robin, Strahina Erakovic, rated rookie from Serbia. On the optic preview, Diogo Costa. On the cracked ice optic preview from Portugal, and that one is not numbered, Valentin Barco. On the rated rookie, beautiful, Victor Boniface. On the Magicians from Nigeria, Bernardo Silva. On the Craftsman, and we actually had a card that just got graded from PSA for our buddy Mr. Brandon Daigle. Autograph of that dude, numbered to 10, if my memory serves me correctly. Valentin Barco. So nice, you got him twice on the Rookie Kings. Corbin Albert, David Moller-Wolf, rated rookie. Georgian de Araceta, Emiliano Martinez, Nicolo Barella, Kyle Walker, Kylian Mbappe, Mbop, yep, Mbop, give it up, Mbop, yeah, ooh. Shout out to Hansen, João Neves, Ruben Diaz, Jules Condé, Mallory Swanson. That is Dansby Swanson's wife. Not kidding. That's pretty cool. Got both the Swansons on cards. How about Victor Osherman, Uriel Antuna, Johan Duran, Ryan Cristante, Anthony Robinson, Bukayo Saka, Julian Quinones on the optic preview rookie de Mexico, Alex Morgan, Marcus Peterson, Anthony Robinson on the cracked ice, Aberrachi Easy on the beautiful parallel. Gosh, those are cool. Federico Chiesa on the net marvels. Crunch time. Iberenchi Easy. Another rookie Kings. Victor Osimhen. Another channeling his inner Robin. Last but not least, you have a Benjamin Tanimu and Ricardo Monreal de Mexico. Finishing that one off for you. There you go, Niall. I appreciate you giving me some tongue twisters this morning. Always happy to rip into some soccer. There's the Count of St. Germain. Perfect timing. He says Easy is a positive influence in his community. That's awesome, buddy. Nice. You are very welcome, Niall Darcy. It is my pleasure, brother. Always. And it's great to have you back, buddy. And congratulations on the new house. I know you've been working very hard on that, my dude. All right, folks, allow me just a moment. Thank you again, Niall. And these will be in your next package there, good buddy. Okay, we need to refresh that shop, folks. But first, do we have an Aaron O'Neal, Sean Mashad, or Holden Guthrie? All three of those incredible human beings have rips here, but I don't think they're here this morning. That is correct, Rent-A-Center. Gotta love the every other card backwards, right? Thanks, Panini. All right, legends. It looks like we might be ripping for those gentlemen tonight. And that is 1,000% okay. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh that shop. And I think we have a lot of spots up here, folks, for our Topps Chrome break. And I'm so happy to get that filled. Oh, hell yeah. Mr. Mikey Lester, snagging down some Playboy. So Mikey Lester, my brother from another mother. Typically, we do not rip through the Playboy until J-Wad, my brother. So it should say that on the post, too. Just want to keep myself honest. But Mikey the Mad Hatter, I am happy to pull you a Playboy pack and let that little bad boy marinate until later tonight. There you go, my brother. We'll see if we can't find you something juicy in there. Maybe a refractor, maybe a Trump. Who knows? There you go. My brother from another mother. Thank you as always, my man. Moving on. Ooh, we have our thin blue line. My fellow Washingtonian, Ben. Ooh, taking down some more beautiful 1991 packs. Thank you so much, Ben. One of our final 2025 Fanatics exclusive blaster boxes, and then a 2024-2025 Donruss Basketball Mega Box. Thank you, Ben. Allow me just a moment, my friends. Danny Mackers. That is correct. So the portion of the show that we lovingly refer to as hashtag JWAD is at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So my morning show, whenever we have a lunch wax in the afternoon, and the beginning of my evening show is always family friendly. I have young boys. It's important to me that they're able to watch the show. But when we get past 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, my friends, we get a little spicy. So might want to make sure the kids are down for that. Philly Fanatic, do I have a shop? Yes, it's at junkwaxvintage.com, my friend. Please feel free to check that out. We would love to have you. All right, let me grab some packs here, my dear friends. I will be right back. There you go, Ben. And then there's your blaster. So you are in the queue again, Ben. I appreciate your patience, brother. Thank you. Let me write a name tag here real quick. Good to go. All right, next, Mr. Mikey Lester, my brother from another mother, taking another order. Beautiful. Taking down 2 Dick Tracy packs. Thank you so much, Mikey Lester. Cannot thank you enough, my dude. Do I see your other order? I do see your other order. I'm actually on it right now, Mikey. I love you, my brother. I'm just working my way through the queue here, buddy. And it looks like you made a couple of different purchases. So thank you so much, Mikey. I appreciate that, brother. But that is why I split that up just a little bit. All right. Next, JVD. Oh, hell yeah. Taking down 1991 Fleer Baseball ×3. Thank you so much, brother. Todd Toll says, I really enjoy your content, mate. Keep it up. I'm going to be following for a long time. Brother. You are hitting me in the feels over here, buddy. Thank you so much for the kind words. I truly appreciate it. And I'm very grateful to have you in the family, buddy. Welcome. Are you a brother from down under? Right down by the Billabong with some blokes and Sheilas? I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. And welcome to the family. All right, JVD. Three beautiful packs of 1991 Fleer Baseball. Let's see if we can't find you a Provisions, my brother. Dutch, you want to let yours marinate till later tonight? Of course. Not a problem, my man, and I appreciate you being thoughtful. Thank you. My pleasure. Of course. All right, next, Scotty 2 Hottie Triumphi, taking down a 2025 Bo Jackson Battle Arena Blaster. Hey, you and I both, Mike Lester. Thank you, brother. And thank you, Scotty Too Hottie Triumphi. There is your boba. We will bust into that in just a couple of minutes, my man. You were in the queue. Thank you, Scott. And then Mr. JVD took down spot number 17 in our Topps Chrome Baseball double mega box break. Let's get him locked in here real quick. As always, my friends, thank you for bearing with me for just a moment while we get some break spots locked in here. Dutchy taking spot number 17. Got you locked in there, Dutchy. Thank you, buddy. Next, Mr. Esposito. Greg, thank you so much, my awesome Arizonan. Taking 1 pack of 1991 Fleer Football, 2 packs of 1990 NBA Hoops, and 1 spot in our Boba. That would be spot number 4. Thank you, Greg. Getting us a little closer on the boba. And we're going to go Menendez Brothers hunting. So thank you as always, Mr. Esposito, and I appreciate your patience, my brother. You are in the queue. Excellent. Next, Mr. Menard, driving the Menard's car. In our Topps Chrome, taking spot number 28. Thank you, Jamie. Excellent to have you back, buddy. Got you locked in there, Mr. Menard. Next, Mr. Peacherelli, David, my terrific Texan, taking 12, 13, and 14. There you go, buddy. Got you locked in. Next, Mr. Dakota Cave, an awesome Uton. Taking spot number 7. Thank you, Dakota. Hey, you and I both, Dutchy. Thank you, Jamie. It is wonderful to see you this morning, my brother. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, good buddy. And thank you so much, Dakota. And we are moving on. Lots of break spots here, my friends. Thank you for bearing with me for just a moment. All right, next is JVD, taking another 2 1991 Fleer Baseball. Thank you, John. Those are in your pile for tonight, buddy. And then next is our... Oh, I already got the thin blue line. So we are current. Excellent. And I need some help on the Topps Chrome break because it says that we're full, but I still have a whole bunch of open spots. So allow me just a moment, my friends. All right, there we go. We should have a CEO up here in just a couple of minutes to give me a little hand. All right, all right. our thin blue line. Ben, second round for you this morning, my brother. 24-25 Don Russ Mega Box Basketball. One of our last boxes out of our sealed case of Top Series 2, Fanatics exclusive. We have 2 more packs of 1991 Fleer Football and 2 more packs of 1991 Fleer Baseball. Let's go provisions hunting. Good luck, Ben. And thank you again, my brother, for lighting up junkwaxvintage.com. Happy to rip with you this morning, my buddy. I see you, Uncle Smitty. Yay. And Mikey says, did you see that neither Menendez boy got parole? That is correct. Yes, we talked about that on Saturday night. You were absolutely right, my brother. Yep. So it's 3 years until the next attempt. 3 years. And then they will be on the block again for parole. That is exactly the subject that we talked about on Saturday evening, my brother. You are absolutely right, though. All right. We have the Braves, the Cubbies, the Royals, and the Brew Crew. The Angels on the sticker. We have a Steve Fry for those now defunct Expos. Scott Bradley from the Mariners. Looking juicy. Mr. Mark McGuire. Shout out to Jeffro. Roger McDowell. Dave Smith Motors. That's correct, Mikey the Bad Hatter. Greg Harris. How about some old Greg?
Come on, Greg.
Harris. Jeff and the Swiss Family. Return to the Mac. Eddie Higuera. Randy O'Neill. Tom Edens. Johnny Ray, made famous by Mr. Billy Joel, looking baseball ready. Danny Tartable, former Seattle Mariner. Bryman. Why am I saying Whitson? Weird. Ed Whitson. Asakar. Gagne. Canali. About Baltimore's Most Wanted, Mr. Terry Kennedy. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. Billy Kruger. Yvonne White. McFarlane. Todd's brother. Edwin Nunez. Barry Jones. Big Dave Winfield. Willie McGee. Francisco Cabrera. And Doc Gooden. Look at the step on Gooden. Damn. Dude was flexible. All right, well, no provisions in that one. But let's get into some football here for you, Ben. Mr. Scherer, welcome back, brother. Great to see you again. How you doing on this terrific Tuesday morning? You were just in time to see us going provisions hunting. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Always happy to see that fella. Beautiful. We'll get into that one in just a moment. I see you, Brandon Franz. How dare you, sir? I'm just kidding. So for those of you that don't know, last year in Cleveland, my buddy Brandon Franz, that I got to attend my first national with, he got to meet Doc Gooden in person, and I missed him by about 5 minutes, and I'm still salty 2 years later. All right, how about Drew Hill? Shout out to Cisco. Song. Richmond Webb. Hasty. Cornish. Rick Fenny. Some Fenny Wop. Jesse Hester. Dean Biasucci. Kicker extraordinaire. Hinkle. Paul Farron. Carl Zander. Warren Danger Powers. Mark Collins. Eddie Brown. Stephon Page on the league leaders for the Chiefs. Mikey Moonshack for the Oilers. Clarence K. Eric Howard. Rodney Holman. And Bo Jackson. Peanut butter and jealous, my dude. That's a nice one. Just leaving that one up for you. On the hitters, Leslie O'Neill for San Diego. Kevin Greeny. Shout out to Brad Greeny. Tim Harris. Irving Fryer. Steve Walsh. Rippin from Spokane, Washington. Gotta love it. Lomas Brown. Earl Edmonds. And Bo Jackson, so nice you got him twice. And that is heroically off-center. Gotta love it. Gotta love some juicy junk wax. Oh, that is correct, Dutchie. I'm glad you can empathize, my dude. Absolutely right. Let's leave up both of those bodacious Bo Jacksons. Okie dokie. Let's go baseball, and then we'll end with basketball. Okay? And Mikey the Mad Hatter, you're up next, brother. With some Dick Tracy. Oh, there you go, Dutchie. Very nice, my man. I have still yet to meet Jose Canseco myself on my bucket list. Good luck, Ben. Just a couple more here and then we're getting to yours, Mikey. I appreciate your patience, my brother. Shout out to the whole Lester household. All right, empty box. And for those of you that are here on Twitch, and if you do not know, Mr. Mikey the Mad Hatter here in the chat was one of my very first ever OGs here in the family. So back when I was streaming in the closet for like 3 and 4 people, Mr. Mikey the Mad Hatter was one of those 3 or 4 people. So we have come a long way together, you and I, Mikey. Always great to have you this morning, buddy. I know you're a busy fella, so I'm always grateful to have you with us in the morning. I like it, Brandon Frauds. There you go, buddy. Beautiful. Oh, Dutchie. Threaten me with a good time, my brother. That would be amazing. I agree. All right, round number 1 for you, Ben. Good luck. Yes, we were, Mikey. We were in the closet together, my friend. We are living our truth. All right, here we go. Atreyu Abreu. Morgan Fairchild. Doogie Howser. Breeksy. Anderson. Big Ben Joyce. Isbell. Brendan Donovan. Lawrence Butler for the Athletics on the Summer Superstars. Alake Snell for the Trolley Dodgers on the Stars of the MLB. Zach Geloff on the Rainbow Logo Fractor Future Stars for JVD's Athletics. Edie Gonzalez, Caden Dana, EJ Friedel. That's right, upside down. Correctamundo, my friend. UC Kikuchi. Waka Flocka Michael. Great Victor Scott. Bivens. Ray Taylor. Alec Thomas. Austin Barnes. Kumar Rocker for our Texas Rangers. Rookie on the Stars of the MLB. Iglesias Sans Mole on the Rainbow Logo Fractor. Dick Eater. Aldegary. Ben Lively. Langford. Bregman. Jorge Polanco for my Seattle Mariners. Off the knee. Aranda. Tomayuki. Lennon Sosa. Alex Bregman. Still looking weird in a Red Sox uniform, in my humble opinion. Trey Turner for the Fightin' Phillies. I'd like to have a go-around with that Philly. Shout out to Mikey 1. Friedel. Cutter Crawford for the Bo Sox on the Rainbow Logo Fractor. Karen Carpenter for the Tigres. Hola, hermano. Muchísimas gracias, señor. Buen noticias. Enjoy. Buen provecho. Los tarjetas. Nuevos. Thea Suzuki. Luis Severino. Alexis is on fire. Diaz. No Elvi Marte. Nicky Two Bags. Gustavo Campero. Evan Smith. Another Friedel on the Schmeckel. He's our favorite Pokemon. Friedel. Hey, Oscar. Your Home Run Derby champ from last year on the OPS. Your World Series MVP with his annoyingly perfect teeth, Mr. Freddie Freeman. Casey Schmidt for the Gigantes. Shout out to Mr. Rob Richardson. And Edgardo Enriquez. Last but not least for the Trolley Dodgers. Shout out to Mr. Mikey 2. All right, last round for you. Big Ben, buena suerte, my friend. Good luck. And Mr. Jason Russell, good morning to our Canadian cousin. How you doing this morning, buddy? Shout out to you and the little Russells. So cool seeing him jumping in here sometimes. Danny Mackers says, who was the Home Run Derby winner? Last year, it was Teoscar Hernandez. And this year was the big dumper, Mr. Cal Raleigh, for my Seattle Mariners. All right, here we go. Little Gavin Williams for Tim Hudson's Clevelanders. Whitlock. The Polar Bear. Edmundo Sosa. Hayden Birdsong. The Ambassador of the Quan. Mr. Stephen Kwan. Joey Bart. Neely. Boyd. One half of Slam Diego on your Stars of the MLB. Manny Machado. Javi Baez on the Rainbow Logo Fractor. Always driving a Pontiac. Mr. Mickey Moniak. Junior Caminero. He's your home run derby runner-up this year. Second place. The Mets. Real Muto. Shout out to Mr. Mikey 1. His PC. Theodosio. Brendan Rodgers. Ray Turner. Holman. Luis Peralta. On the True Silver for the Rockies. And how about another Bo Jackson? The Bo so nice you got him thrice. Shout out to the artist in the ambulance. I hope somebody gets that reference. How about your 2022 MVP Goldie on the Stars of the MLB? Schneeman on the Rainbow Logo Fractor. You're absolutely right there, Jeff Rotel. Alec Marsh. Giolito. Matt Walnut for Minnesota. The Martian, Jason Dominguez on the Future Stars. Mr. Blast Boogie, buenos dias, hermano. Great to see you as always, brother. How are you doing this morning? Randy Vasquez. Zulueta, yes for Zulueta. For WKRP in Cincinnati. McKinstry. Rayan Bayo. Always drinking that Baterade. Corey Bader's cousin, Mr. Harrison Bader. Jenny Jones's son, Jared. Luis Angel Acuna. Little Acunito on the Stars of the MLB rookie. I see you, Mikey the Mad Hatter. Good question, my man. How about Mr. Rosario on the Rainbow Logo Fractor for San Diego? Andre Palante. The Royals. Shout out to Mr. Alan White. Kyle Bradish. Andrew Monasterio. Jordan Hicks. Peralta. Two in blue. That is Mookie and Freddie. Garrett likes to crochet in his free time. Juan Soto. Shota of the Iminaga on the Summer Superstars for the Cubbies. Richard. That is extremely kind of you to say, my brother, and I appreciate that more than you will ever know. Muchísimas gracias, Richard. Love you, brother. Adley Rushman. And just wait until you get your surprise in the mail, Richard. I think you're going to love me even more. Elias Diaz for San Diego on the Rainbow. And Brandon Lockridge for San Diego. Finishing that one off for you, buddy. All right, Ben. This is your last pack magic out of the football. Or out of the baseball, excuse me. And then we're getting into some basketball to finish that one off. I love you more, long time, Mikey. Is not too buku. I hope somebody gets that extremely obscure reference. Okay. Starting off with a pirate, Jack Sawinski. It's a rough landing for that fella. Ouch, kabibbles. Joe Musgrove. Connor Gillespie. Seth Johnson. Javier Assad. You got that reference, Richard. My man. Oswaldo Cabrera. For the second time in our pack number 4, shout out to Dutchie. Oh, look, Weaver. I believe you can get me through the night. Shout out to Luke Weaver. The Lawnmower Man, Mr. Jackson Job. Austin Hedges. The Lawnmower Man, so nice you got him twice. Jackson Job. Big Ben Casparius on the Rainbow Logo Fractor for the Trolley Dodgers. And Michael Conforto. Last but not least, back-to-back Trolley Dodgers. There you go, buddy. We did not find a memorabilia redemption in that one. Gosh dang it. I really hope we find one in that case. Why, thank you, Mikey. All right, my dear friends. This is last Rip Magic. There are a brand new Thin Blue line in the family. Thank you so much, Ben. Good luck, brother. Let's do it. Hey, Mr. Halliburton. If you're going to hang out with that beautiful new baby, have a wonderful remainder of your day, buddy. And looking forward to seeing you tonight. And thank you for the photos, by the way, my dude. Mrs. Junkwax and I were gushing over them. It's been a while since we've seen a brand new baby. Giving Mrs. Junkwax baby fever. But we're done. We've got 3. We're all set in the baby department. We'll just play with your babies and then give them back. Pack number 4 to the side twice because it is tradición. Thank you, David. I agree. Totally. Hey, looking forward to it, AA Ron. Thank you, brother. That's right. There you go, Richard. That's right. Exactly right, Mikey. Oh, don't you worry, buddy. We're all set. I actually might make it permanent, if you know what I mean. I'm not looking forward to that, though. Ah, David. So have you had that done? If I may ask, it's a little personal, but I got to be honest with you, brother. I'm thinking about doing it too, and I'm really not excited about it. Thank you, gentlemen. So please tell me it didn't hurt at all. That's what I need to hear. That's right, Brandon Franz. Correct. I'll be sitting on some frozen peas, my dude. Oh, you shush it, David. Oh, I don't want to hear that, bro. Lie to me, man. Lie to me. I'm just kidding. Please, God, don't. Richard, it was a walk in the park. Did not hurt at all. That's exactly what I want to hear. Thank you, my Portland pal. That's what I'm saying, Richard. That's what I'm saying. Oh, thank you, Ben. Well, good to know I have other brethren in here that have already had that done. Good to know, gentlemen. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, we have his unusually white teeth, Mr. Draymond Green. Ray Murphy, Mr. and Mrs. Murphy's boy. I love you so much, Jeffro. Oh, Mr. Schurer, you and I both, buddy. You and I both. Love it so much, Brandon. Brian Smith. Yeah, I've got over 100 hours of tattoos on me, gosh dang it, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. That's right, David. That's right, bro. Jamal Murray. Dalen Williams. Dante DiVincenzo. Michael Porter Jr. Reed Shepard. Lori Markkinen. Shout out to Mr. Brandon Franz and the Utah Jazz. Mr. Johnny Utah. Thank you, Brian Smith. I know I'll be fine eventually. I'm just worried about the few minutes that I'm not fine. Mr. Pew Pew himself, John Morant. Kevin Vassell for right down the road in San Antonio. Dennis Schroeder and his cat. Porzingis. Ayo for yayo. No Sunmu. Josh Giddey from Down Under. Thank you, Richard. I will take that advice, my man. Harry Eason. Greta Fred Van Vliet. Norman Powell, come down here. I want to show you something. Brooke Lopez. Cam Reddish. Malachi Branham. Domantas Sabonis from Gonzaga University. Shout out to my Bulldogs. Yeah, Brandon Franz. I can't even imagine, bro. No, thank you. I do not want to see that. Keyshawn George. Bilal Kulalabi on the laser for Washington. Jason Tatum for Baston on the Magicians. D'Angelo Bailey. G.G. Jackson. Chet Holmgren, another Gonzaga Bulldog and captain of the all-cheeseburger team. Franz Wagner. Marvin Bagley. Lowry coming with the Thunder. Oh my gosh, I did not see that, Brian Smith. Yikes. Anthony Davis, also known as the Unibrow. Vince Williams, LeBron James. Kelly Olynyk, another Gonzaga Bulldog. Siakam. Jabari Smith Jr. AJ Simpson Jr. Drew Holiday for Baston. Shout out to Kobe Luna. My Baston fanatic in the house, Mr. Holland. Zubac. DeAndre Hunter. Desmond Bain. Grant. Clarkson. Jason Wallace. Anthony of the Black. Taylor Hendricks, another Utah Jazz. Shout out to Brandonio. Grayson Allen. That is Nick Allen's son's name. Brandon Ingram. Bol. That is Manute Bol's son. Rest in peace to Manute Bol. Aaron Naismith. Bub Carrington. Rodney's cousin. Kyle Lowry on the laser. Matas Buzelis on the franchise futures for doubles. Cade Cunningham, shout out to Super Grover. Claxton, Jokic, Vukovic, Nick Smith Jr., Micic, finishing off round number 1. Let's go round number 2. And Mikey the Mad Hatter, my brother from another mother, you might want to step into that batter's box, my man. Snag yourself a chunk of lumber. Start taking some practice cuts, because you're on deck. Oh, that's cool, Lego Man Stay Frosty. So I actually hung out with him quite a bit when he was at Gonzaga. We were there together many years ago. All right, here we go. Jonas Valanciunas. Joel Embiid, also known as the Processor, in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. Andrew Nemert, Tyler Hero, Daniel Gafford, Max Struss, Murphy, the Bagley. So nice, you got him twice, once on a laser. You done messed up DAA Ron Fox on the Pass the Rock. Alperin Sengun, Hashimura, one half of the brothers Thompson, Westbrook, Jaden Sharp, Isaiah Stewart, Emmanuel Quickley for Toronto, DAA Ron Fox, so nice, we have seen him twice. Jimmy Butler, Randall, Bradley Beal, shout out to Mr. Esposito, my awesome Arizonan Colin Sexton, Alexander Sarr, also known as Sartillery in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena, Franz Wagner on the laser for Orlando. How about some Giannis on the franchise features? Antetokounmpo, shout out to Mr. Hansen. Hodel, Cameron Thomas, Sheldon Johnson, the other Thompson, the Amen variety. Tobias Harris, Denny Avdija, Sadiq is Bay, Caris LeVert, RJ Barrett, the 50 cal, Batum, Marcus Sasser, Mobley, Isaiah Collier, another no sweat Chet, captain of the all cheeseburger team on the laser. Bomb Squad Kevin Durant, shout out to Mr. Esposito. Again. Cody Street, you are absolutely right, my brother. It is a busy, wonderful, terrific Tuesday morning. Clint Capella, Michael Bridges, Okoro, Devin Booker, another Phoenix Sun, shout out to Mr. Esposito. Giannis, so nice, we saw him twice. Zion Williamson, also known as Biggs in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. Isaiah Wolfenstein, 3D, Adebayo, Hardy, Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks, formerly Minnesota, Mr. Pew Pew himself, John Morant, Lugens Dort, Filipowski, shout out to Kelly Kapowski, G.G. Allen on the laser, Tristan De Silva on the Great Expectations, Rozier, Finney Smith, Simons, Leonard, Brunson, and OG. And we're not talking about Mikey the Mad Hatter. Finishing that one off. All right, Ben.
One down, one to go.
These are your last 2 packs, buddy. Good luck. After I snag myself a little sippy. Cheers, my friends.
Oh, yeah.
All right, good luck, buddy. Here we go, Big Ben. Starting off with a Dalen Brown, also known as the Juice in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. Luka, Jaden, Patrick Williams, Kevin Durant, so nice, you got him twice. LaMelo Ball, Mr. Lime Green Lamborghini himself. Good morning, Paul Willis. Johnny Mogbo, Paul George on the red and green laser. Beautiful. Donovan Clingan, EJD, Derek White, McCollum, Bobby Portis, and his head. That would be a Portis head. Gary Trent Jr., channeling his inner Patty Mills. Kyle Kuzma, Derek Jones, Jordan Poole, Turner, Dalen Green, Jay Crowder, Paolo Banchero, Oh. How about a little second rip autograph there for you, buddy? Congratulations, Ben. For our Portland Trailblazers, Calvin Knott. And autographs are not guaranteed in these boxes, my friends. Beautiful. Stoked we could find you an autograph this morning there, Ben. Congratulations, my friend. And we are finishing strong here, folks. We have a laser Jarrett Allen for the Cavs. Keyshawn George on the Great Expectations rookie. Austin Reeves, Naz Reid, Josh Hart, Cameron Johnson, Herbert Jones, and Paul George finishing that one off for you, Ben. That is a wonderful second rip of the morning. I sincerely appreciate you, Ben, for snagging those down from junkwaxvintage.com and giving us all some eye candy this morning, buddy. And I'm even more grateful that we could find you a couple of sweet Bo Jacksons in addition to that autograph. Kind of funny. That one is heroically off-center, and that one looks really good. Beautiful. Got best of both worlds on that one, Ben. All right, all right. Hey, I appreciate you, my brother, and I am looking forward to the next one, Ben. Thank you so much, and welcome to the family, buddy. Cheers. My brother from another mother, Mr. Mikey the Mad Hatter. We have a couple of juicy packs of Dick Tracy from 1988. Let's do it. And then, my friends, we have a Scotty Too Hottie Triunfi, and then Greg Esposito. And then we're going to refresh that shop one more time, and I think we are getting into our mega box break. Allow me just a moment, legends. Hey, babe. Up and give me a hand, please. Oh, that's okay. All right, sweetheart. Oh, that's very... Okay, sweetheart, remember the... All right, sounds good, babe. I got it covered. I love you too. All right, so Mrs. Junkwax is actually out and about right now, folks, so I'm going to have to rip into those break spots myself. But we will handle that after we get through our family rips. No sweat. Mikey the Mad Hatter, facts, sir. You too, sir. All right, let's go, Mikey. Love you, brother. We will rip through both of these together. David, yes, she did drop off the squirrel. That is exactly what her and my son were out doing. Yep. They went to the Humane Society right here in Austin. All right, we start with a wanted, and it is my personal favorite, Flat Top. Wanted for murder. How about You're Under Arrest? Tracy, Tarnished. Shout out to old Al Pacino. Observed from Above. Abducted by Big Boy. Caprice. Behave yourself, kid. How about Itchy Rossi? Wearing those new Meta glasses. Beautiful. He was way ahead of the game on those. The Captive Crime Fighter. Crashing the Poker Party. How about another wanted? Littleface. Wanted for manslaughter. How about the Flat Top? My personal favorite villain from Dick Tracy. The Kid to the Rescue. A not-so-friendly visit. Steve the Tramp. Man, a face only a mother could love. You're Under Arrest. Tracy Tarnished, Observed from Above, and Abducted by Big Boy. Finishing that one off. I am so with you there, Mikey the Mad Hatter. Shout out to Breathless Mahoney. You're right, sir. Well, I am always happy to rip into some Dick Tracy with you this morning, Mike the Mad Hatter. I appreciate you as always, brother. Thank you for just being you, and thank you for being my pal for almost the last 5 years, buddy. Much love to you, brother. So, folks, I have to give Mikey the Mad Hatter some credit. He actually called all of this many, many years ago. So he told me, he said, buddy, you keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to be doing this full time. And I was like, I don't believe that. But he was right. Sorry about that, folks. Give me just a moment here, please. I have this camera plugged in. There's no reason it should be doing that. Give me just a moment. Thanks. There we go. I appreciate you bearing with me for a moment there, folks. Hey, Mikey the Mad Hatter. Those are just facts, my guy. Thank you for just being you, buddy. Without you, I don't know if I'd be here doing this, if I'm being real honest with you. Oh, love you, buddy. All right. There you go, my brother. You're absolutely right, Mikey the Mad Hatter. Thank you, buddy. You called it, brother. It's all you. Woo! All right, my dear friends. Let's keep on it going. Mr. Sure, I am the IT guy. You're absolutely right. True story, my man. Alrighty, Rage Mafia, welcome back, buddy. Good to see ya. How are ya? Happy Tuesday morning, you legend. Gotti to Hottie Trianfi. Are we ripping into some Bo Jackson? Oh, you know it, Mikey. Head up to that spicy water. Cheers, my friends. Roast, and we need to bust into a brand new one. Kareem. Gotta stay hydrated. I do like Liquid Death also, Mikey, especially the cherry flavor. So good. Mr. Fish, my Monday was busy, but it's a good kind of busy, my man. I appreciate you asking. How was yours there, Josh? And thank you, Scotty. Good luck. Let's do it. And then, my friends, it is almost break time. But I am going to need a couple of minutes to go back and lock in some spots that I apparently have missed. Oh, yes, I am, Cody. Absolutely. Sounds like you and I are on the same page there, Mr. Josh Fish. Beautiful. It's Danny. Good morning, Senor Rendon. My Colorado cousin. How you doing, buddy? All right, Scott. We're going to rip all these down and go through them together, my man. Good luck. See if we can't find you a Grandma's Linoleum. Maybe an Inspired Ink on-card autograph. In my humble opinion, folks, I think that is one of the coolest things about this product, is every single autograph is on card. And there's some really, really cool signers in here, too. We have been very lucky thus far. And we do have a brand new Boba Break up there at junkwaxvintage.com. Shameless plug. And the new breakup, there is 2 booster boxes, so 40 packs total. The last few boba breaks have been single boxes. We decided to go back to the double. Switch it up a little bit. There we go. Okie dokie. Good luck, Scott. And we start off with a Puka, Nakua, Luis Arias, Nolan Arenado, Orale Bato, Joey Votto, Elaw, Spencer Torkelson on the headline battle foil, power level 85, power level 83, power level 88, and power level 94 on the Uncle Smitty. Yay. Shout out to Uncle Smitty. How about Sammy Salchicha, Sammy Sausage, Angelo Oshawada. Oh, my dude. I hope you're right, buddy, and I sincerely appreciate the kind words, Angelo. Thank you so much, my brother, as always. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, good sir. Jay Jetta from Minnesota, Anthony Simons, Brock Purdy, Nolan Arenado, Mike Evans for the Bucks, and they got the unibrow, Mr. Anthony Davis, on the steel headline battle foil, power level 115. Flip and Glow, power level 81, power level 85, power level 90, and Hoopy on the hot dog. Jay Jetta from Minnesota, Anthony Simons, Brock Purdy, Anthony Simons, so nice we have seen him thrice. No Sweat, Chet Holmgren, shout out to Gonzaga. And you got Jose Ramirez, who did not skip leg day. Look at the quads on that fella. He must work out. Jose Ramirez on the headline battle foil, power level 120. Power level 82, 87, 92. And Laura Lynx on the hot dog. Scotty Barnes, SGA for OKC. Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, Jay Jetta for Minnesota. And you got Zion Williamson on the Fire Battle Foil, power level 100. Power level 44. Power level 69. Power level 72. And Sandy Skillet on the hot dog. LeBron James, Dylan Cruz, Lambjack, Julio Rodriguez on the lightning rod. Patty Merlomes, Scotty Barnes on the ice battle foil, power level 95. Power level 20 on the Eternal Flame. That's a nice one there, buddy. Sleeving that one up for you. Power level 66, power level 72, and Sammy Salchicha. So nice, you got him twice. All right, Scotty Too Hottie Trianfi. We're going to sleeve up that extremely low-numbered play card.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic, Scott. Good luck, my man. Starting off with a Tyreek Hill, Steph Curry, Jaylen Brown, SGA, Giannis, shout out to Mr. Hansen, Josh Allen on the Fire Battle Foil, power level 135, power level 57, power level 68, power level 73, and the Brawler. Finishing that one off for you, buddy. Good morning, Sitter. It is great to see you back, my man. How was your weekend? Scotty Too Hottie Trianfi. I appreciate you snagging that down from junkwaxvintage.com, my brother. And I'm so sorry I couldn't find you another autograph in that one, buddy. But you got some very, very cool cards in there, my man, especially that number 20, or power level 20, on the play card. All right, legends. I believe this might be our last family rip before we get into our breaks. Mr. Esposito. Hey, thank you so much, Scott. Hey, thank you, my dude. All thanks go to you, good buddy. You have been in this family a very short time, Scotty Too Hottie Trianfi, and you have made a decent impact, and I appreciate it so, so much, brother. Very glad to have you here in the family, buddy. Always positive, always here, Much appreciated, my brother. Mr. Esposito, estamos listos. Are you ready? Excuse me. There's my man. Orale. Let's start off with some 1991 Fleer football, see if we can't find you our very first football provisions. I think the football provisions are going to be a little harder to find because there's not as many of them. I think in the baseball set there was 12 players. If my memory serves me correctly, now obviously I'll have to go back and double check the checklist. I could be completely wrong, but I think there's only like 6. I think these might be a little bit harder to find. All right, and we start off with a Seattle Sea Chicken, Mr. Eugene Robinson. The Shermanator, Bruce Matthews, Keith Jones, Derek Russell, Leslie O'Neill for San Diego, Keith Millard for Minnesota, Jay Schroeder, Alan Grant, Malarkey, Minifield, Moonshack, Clarence K for the Horsies, and Eric Howard, last but not least, getting karate chopped to the neck. That's a defensive move. All right, Mr. Esposito. I am so sorry we couldn't find you Provision in that one. But let's see if we can't find you Menendez, brother, or maybe an MJ in here. Buena suerte, my friend. Good luck. And then, of course, we're going to refresh that shop. There's Mrs. Junk Wax. Folks, I apologize. It just got like 10 degrees hotter in here. Woo! Win it, babe. Win it. I gotta focus. It's not fair. How do you expect me to focus with you over there looking like that? Quit it. I'm just gonna need you to find a brick and just beat yourself about the face with it. I'm just kidding. Please, God, don't do that. All right. Good luck, Greg. And honey, if you could help us out on the Topps Chrome Mega Box break. It is filled, but apparently I have missed some spots over the weekend that came through. Well, thank you so much, my love. Shout out to the best CEO this side of the Pecos. All right, we start off with a Morning BJ.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
Armstrong. Mark Eaton. Tommy Chambers. Or your Phoenix Suns. There you go, Greg. Rodney McRae. Kenny Smith. Tyrone Corbin for Minnesota. Jeff Grayer, Scotty Too Hottie Brooks, Master of the Side Spike, Steve Johnson, Greg Kite with Vlade Divac co-starring. That is correct, Danny Mackers. We are at 51,000 likes over here on TikTok this morning, you legends. I cannot thank you enough for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. Vern Fleming, Clyde the Glide with Legend Larry co-starring, Todd Leakney, Gary Grant, Ronnie Rothstein, Isaiah Thomas. That is correct, Jeff Rotel. Alex English. Old Slick, Pat Riley on the Coach of the Year for the Lakers. Bill Beef Wennington. Sam Vincent with the Michael Jordan co-starring. Beautiful. Ask and we shall receive. There you go, brother. It is slightly off-center top to bottom, but side to side looks really nice. So remember, my friends, if you do not know what this is, the lore of this card is this is the only card that has Michael Jordan wearing the number 12 because this specific game, somebody broke into the locker room and stole his 23 jersey. And the show had to go on. So they just grabbed a random jersey, and that was him wearing the number 12. So that's kind of a famous card there, buddy. Moving on. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. I love you. Mikey Brown for Utah. John Bagley for Baston. How about Johnny Oldman? He was a Newman back in 90. That was 35 years ago. So now he's a Johnny Oldman. Otis Thorpe, Rex Chapman, Isaiah Thomas. So nice, you got him twice. Mr. Esposito, that's the one you wanted? Well, I am so stoked that we could find that together, my brother. Thank you. Frank Burkowski, Gerald Wilkins, and Mark McNamara, with Big Sam Bowie co-starring. Beautiful. Danny Rendon says, hello, Amanda, and I hope you're doing well. She says, I am. Yeah, she said, it's been a very eventful morning. Yes, it has. Shout out to the squirrel. We're going to start calling Amanda Squirrel Master. Oh, it was Lucy that brought the squirrel. That's right. She was so good. Yeah, Lucy saved a squirrel this morning. That actually happened. Oh, David says, I hope Mrs. Junkwax is okay. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift just announced their engagement on Instagram. He doesn't believe you. He's been so consumed with the squirrel this morning. That's right, Jeffro. Good morning, Mr. Rocket City Knee Scooters. How you doing, Druzer? Always good to see you, Mr. Reimer. All right, Greg, since I know this was the card you were looking for, brother, I'm going to go ahead and top load that one up for you. There you go, my man. Thank you, Mr. Esposito. And gracias para su paciencia. I appreciate your patience this morning, my man. Very, very busy morning. But that is a good problem to have. Upside Down says, what is the box break today? So they're up there at junkwaxvintage.com. We have 4 of them up there. And Mrs. Junkwax is actually helping us out right now, fill in some break spots. So we do have another boba break up there. That is $38 a spot. It is 2 boxes. And then we have our Topps Chrome Mega Box break that we're going to bust into here in just a moment. We have our second ever NHL break here in the family with just a few spots to go. I think we're about halfway on that one. And then we also have a 5 hobby box football mixer. There is 17 teams to go in that one. Excuse me. Now there's 15 teams left in that one. There is 12 teams left in the hockey, and there's 28 spots left in the boba. Oh, and by the way, my dear friends, just a friendly reminder. Today is one of those days that you might want to set yourself an alarm, because we have a PYT baseball big mixer that will be going live tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you want to set yourself an alarm for 6:58 or whatever time that is for you, make sure you're there at junkwaxvintage.com when it flips over to 7, because that break will magically appear, and then you can get in there and select your team. But as I have said many, many times, my dear friends, let me give you a friendly reminder. You might want to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com right meow and create yourself an account for free. Because, inevitably, whenever we do a PYT break that goes live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I always end up getting a couple of messages behind the scenes, and they always go a little something similar. And it's always like, hey, Dalen, I had blank team in my cart, and I was busy filling in my address information, and when I went to go to checkout, that team would not let me buy it anymore. Yes, that's because somebody snagged them out from underneath you. So sometimes, my friends, the entering of your address information and credit card information can mean the difference between you getting a team or not getting a team. So you might want to set yourself an alarm. You might want to go on ahead over there and create yourself an account for free so you get the team that you want. Oh, no worries, Danny Mackers. Yes, you must have missed that this morning, my man. We had a squirrel, little baby squirrel, and you can actually go back and watch the replay, my friends, because I did show it. But it's already at Animal Rescue. Mrs. Junkwax took it and dropped him off. So hopefully he lives a long and happy squirrel life. All right, my dear friends, allow me just a moment here. We're just finishing up locking in some break spots, and we're going to get into Topps Chrome Mega Box ×2 this morning. And it has been an absolutely magnificent last 2 hours and 40 minutes of quality family time this morning, my dear friends. I cannot thank you enough for hanging out with me. Druzer, did you name it, honey? Oh, they were going to call it Squirrely. Nice. Mr. Hopker. He says, hello, good morning, Nate. How you doing, brother? He says, I think I'm going to snag a couple of those Fleer baseball packs, but feel free to let those marinate, and I will be back tonight. I love it. Thank you, Nate the Great. I absolutely will, my brother. Very fitting, Druzer. I agree. There you go, man. The squirrel nut zippers. Give me a zoot suit. All right, legends. Humongous shout out to Mrs. Junkwax for helping us out getting those last spots locked in. You know what we must do, my friends. Let's randomize this little bad boy, shall we? Humongous shout out to our buddy Rachel for snagging this handy dandy little dice tray. Let's do it. Now, folks, over here on TikTok, I will apologize in advance. I do a randomization, and the randomization is shown on Twitch, Facebook, Kick, and YouTube, but it is not shown on TikTok. So if you want to make the switch to Twitch or YouTube, even if it's just for a couple of moments, you might want to. That is correct, Mr. Stroop. Brioche. Oh, we had a stowaway. There we go. And that is lucky number 8. 6 and 2. 8 it is. Now, folks, I'm going to ask you to do me a solid. This list is going to come down off of the screen because you're going to see the randomization. So you may want to go ahead and take a screenshot of that list so you know what you have and everybody else also, because I do give you a minute to trade your teams if you want. Thank you for doing so. That's right, Druzer. Is there anything Mrs. Junkwax can't do? Saving squirrels, leaping tall buildings? You're right, my man. Best CEO this side of the Pecos, in my humble opinion. She says, I did scream, though, when I first found it. I bet. I was thinking like a baby squirrel that had hair. That's like an infant squirrel. Yeah, its eyes aren't even open yet. Yikes. Poor thing. Poor little baby squirrel. Yeah, Lucy brought it to Mrs. Junkwax, though, and dropped it. What a good little babe. All right, legends. Let's randomize this bad boy. I hope you have screenshotted that list. All right, 8 times, legends. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you are so inclined, you can start trading your teams. Right? Meow. There you go. That is the list. I love you making the switch to Twitch. Thank you, Dutchie. It is definitely a squirrel, Jeffro. Yes, sir. I love you, brother. All right, folks, as always, I'm going to give you about a minute to trade those teams if you want. If I do not see any trading in the chat, then I will go ahead and spin this camera right back around and get them locked in. Thank you, Danny Mackers. I agree. A wonderful name for a squirrel, right? Squirrely. I agree. It was very cute, my love. You were right. I've actually never seen a squirrel up close that young. Like infant squirrel. Aww. Aww. Yeah. Yeah. Yikes. Dutchie asking if anybody wants to trade for the Fightin' Phillies. So I am not seeing any trading over here, my dear friends. That is 1,000% okay. I'm going to give you about another 20, 30 seconds here, and we're going to flip this list right back around. Thank you. I know, those darn squirrels. Wyatt says, have you pulled any Squirrel Girl cards from any Marvel packs? I don't think so. At least it's been a while. Bubba, thank you for the heart, you legend. I appreciate you as always, buddy. Yeah, I think Lucy's a squirrel whisperer. Get out to Lucy. It's true. True. All right, my dear friends, it looks like the trading has come to a dull roar. So if you want to screenshot the list of teams so you can still work on trading after I'm locking them in, you're more than welcome to do so. But I'm going to go ahead and flip this around in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, my dear friends, if you would allow me just a moment, I'm going to go ahead and get these locked in. All right, starting with Mr. John Harris, taking down the Red Sox. Mr. Beardsley, Cardinals. And by the way, my dear friends, just another friendly reminder. We are actively working on something behind the scenes right now that is going to completely eliminate my need to write on paper like this. So like I've said before, my dear friends, if you like this channel now, just wait, because it's about to get so much better. And hopefully I'll have a big announcement next week. We'll see. Mr. Stroop, first break magic, taking down the Athletics. Beautiful. That is a wonderful team to have in Topps Chrome. Halake Juno, number 4, Miami. John Harris, number 5, Minnesota. Kirk Woa, number 6, the Cubbies. My fellow favorite former Washingtonian. Dakota Cave, number 7, the Tigers. One half of the Isley brothers, Derek, taking down the Pirates. I appreciate you being a good sport, David. Thank you. And for those of you that are new here, always remember, folks, on a random break, I always give you the opportunity to trade your teams if you want, but there is never any obligation to do so. No hard feelings. Mr. Castleberry, number 9, the Cleveland Guardians. Thank you, Chris. Alan White, number 10, the Orioles. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. Alan White, number 11, those Trolley Dodgers. Mr. Peacherelli, 12, 13, and 14, Mariners, Rays, and Braves. Mr. Alan White, number 15, the Gigantes. Shout out to the family pharmacist. Mr. Rob Richardson. You're halfway there, legends. 16 going to Alan White, the Angels. JVD. Dutchie, taking down the Fightin' Phillies. Niall Darcy, our brother from across the pond. My Irish brother. Number 18, the Diamondbacks. Alan White, number 19, the Mets. Balake Juno, number 20, our Texas Rangers. Chris Stroop, first break magic, taking down the Houston Astros. Somebody bang a trash can. Mike Bray, 22 and 23, another first break magic, taking the Rockies and the White Sox. I sincerely hope I can find you something nice there, Mike. Caleb Davies, number 24, the Toronto Blue Jays. Alan White, number 25, Padres. Danny Beardsley, number 26, the Pinstripes. Holden Guthrie, number 27, Milwaukee, as Alice Cooper would say. Jamie Menard, number 28, the Kansas City Royals. Shout out to Mr. Alan White. Speaking of Mr. Alan White, number 29, the Nationals. And Alan White, last but definitely not least, with number 30, WKRP in Cincinnati. There you go, fam damly. If you would do me a solid, take a gander at that list and give me a hell yeah in the chat if it looks accurate and appropriate, so I know you're ready. I love it, Scotty Too Hottie Kuniko. Good morning.
I'd like to have a go around with that filly.
That's right, Brian Smith. We did see that. I think Mrs. Junkwax is going to drop her sandwich. Thank you, David. Thank you, Derek. That is correct, Danny Mackers. That's right. The Georgia native, Mr. Barry Darcy, gracing us with his presence this morning. How are you, my brother? Great to see you as always, Barry. All righty. Thank you, my friends. Best of luck to each and every one of you. And this might just be the last time on this terrific Tuesday morning, my dear friends. You know what we must do. We shout, grippeth. And we shout, rippeth. Good luck. Top of the afternoon to you there, Barry Darcy. Always good to see you, my dude. Another OG of the family gracing us with his presence. How are you, brother? How was your weekend? Styrofoam. We don't need no stinking styrofoam. Empty box number 1. I am always well, Barry Darcy. You know that, buddy. Even better now that you're here, brother. And we have another OG joining us this morning, Mr. Alex Wayne. Good morning, sir. Empty box. You were just in time to see us busting into a couple of mega boxes out of our sealed case Omega boxes. Pack number 4, Actime. All right, let's do it. Good luck, my friends. Don't think we've seen a case hit yet. In this case, also. And I think we're down to just a few boxes left. Adam, can I take a pic and direct message you in the picture in Discord? Sure. Of course. Absolutely you can, my man. I hope so, Danny Rendon. Thank you, Balake. Thank you, Dutchy. Thank you, Brian Smith. All right, let's go. Starting off with a Texas Ranger, Mr. Marcus Semien. Zach Gallen. Adley Rushman. Sammy Kershaw. Connor Gillespie. 2 Wongs do not make a right. Connor Wong. Hurston Waldrep. Al Tucker. Edgardo Enriquez for the Trolley Dodgers. Richard giving us fits for Baston. I toss my keys to the magnificent mustache of Dylan Cease. Kyle Tucker on the refractor. Paul Reagans. Mike Taukman. Josh Lau. Shohei Ohtani for the Trolley Dodgers. And that one goes to Mr. Alan White on the Power Players. Juan and Emilian Yepez on the X-Fractor. Josh Lau. Cody Belly. Yeah, they come the fireman. That's his name. Shout out to George Strait and the fireman, Emmanuel Classe. Xavier Edwards. Corey Seager. Shout out to our not-so-sinister Daniel Gates, his PC. For our Texas Rangers. Tomoyuki Shigano. Kodai Senga. Balake Dunn. Shout out to Balake Juno. Bang a trash can for Jeremy Pena. Tomoyuki. Griffin Conine. Rhett Lauder. Mason Wynn. Stud for our St. Lunatics. Shout out to Jeffro. And shout out to Mr. Sam Shope. We have the Mushroom, Mr. Christopher Morel. Hawk and Alugo, and ooh. Kodai Senga. And Fortune 15 Francisco for the Mets. Grant McCrae for the Gigantes and Tyler Stevenson on the refractor for the Reds, last but not least. Good to see you back, Travie. All right, folks, this is round number 2. Before we get into our pack number 4s, Breaku, good morning, my man. Welcome back. And Bubba, my fellow Austinite, thank you so much for the beautiful TikTok gifts, my brother. We're just getting into the second half of this break. How was your weekend there, Breaku? All right, legends. Round 2. Alda Gary. Hunter Greeny. Shout out to Brad Greeny. Carlos Rodriguez. Corbin Burnson. Brooks Baldwin. Logan Gilbert for my Mariners. Rafael Devers for the Bo Sox. Gunnar Henderson. Jurickson Perfar for the Braves. How about a Spencer Barry Horowitz for the Pirates? Marcel Ozuna. Tyler Fitzgerald. DeScenzo. Spencer Strider with that luscious lip curtain. Gordon Grachefo. Schwarbs on the power players.
I'd like to have a go around with that filly.
Shout out to the Fightin' Phillies. That goes to John Van Dyke, also known as Dutchy. Luis Angel. Andrew B. Nintendo. Adam Wolfenstein. JJ Bidet. Shout out to Tushy. Nick Sogard for Baston. Tariq Screwball for the Motor City Kitties on the All-Etch. Matty Chapman, channeling his inner Todd Van Poppel. David Festa, one half of the brothers Nola. Jaron Duran. Matty Ice. Connor Norby. Ryan Mountcastle. Hold the Mayo back-to-back Orioles. Max Muncy, rookie for the Athletics. Hylon. Gilbert Diaz. Fortune 15 Acuna Matata for the Braves. Joe Musgrove and your 2022 MVP, Mr. Paul Goldschmidt, finishing that one off. Jeff Rotel, I cannot thank you enough for dropping that in the chat, my brother. That is very, very helpful. I sincerely appreciate that, brother. And Mr. Scherer, thank you for asking, buddy. Yeah, the reason we pull those pack number 4s to the side, my man, there was a 12-year-old young man that used to religiously show up to my show. His name was Brooks. And he would insist that we always pull out pack number 4 and rip it last. So it became a family tradition, and that pack number 4 system has been very, very good to us. So we kept that system going. Breaku, you want me to post a Discord link? I absolutely can, my dude. Give me just a moment. You will have to copy and paste it, though, because TikTok doesn't like links. Ooh. There you go, buddy. Got you covered. I had a very busy weekend, but it was a good weekend. I appreciate you asking, buddy. We got a lot done this weekend. I feel very accomplished. And most of you will have packages coming this week because of what we did this weekend. All right, my dear friends, my family, this is our pack number 4s. Good luck. How about a little early afternoon Wood? James Wood. Tyler Stevenson. Willie Wagner. River Ryan for the Trolley Dodgers. We got a Blue Jay, Willie Wagner. Haukman on the refractor for the White Sox. Brendan Donovan. Always a partay with Mr. Ketel Marte. Thea Suzuki. Richard Gibbons Fitz for Baston. Tyler Locklear, who's a stud rookie for our Seattle Mariners on the X-Fractor. And last but not least, a little Nolan Gorman on the Refractor. Finishing that one off for you. All right, my dear friends. Well, gosh dang it. Still did not find a case hit in that one. Boo. But each and every one of you in there, I think, got some sweet, sweet cards. As always, my dear friends, thank you so very much for getting that one filled this morning. Always wonderful way to start our morning with a terrific family break. Gosh dang it. So, allow me just a moment for a spot of housekeeping, my friends, and I will be right back. So the coolest part of that story, Mr. Scherer, that 12-year-old young man, you know, as we all do, when you grow up and you're a teenager, we kind of naturally gravitate away from cardboard and start paying a little more attention to members of the opposite sex. And same thing happened with young Brooks. So we did not have a blowout or anything like that. He just kind of naturally gravitated away from the channel. Well, about 9 or 10 months ago, I believe, after a 2.5-year hiatus, he came back and saw that we were still pulling those pack number 4s to the side. And I got a really, really sweet personal email behind the scenes. So yeah, it is a family tradition that we have done here for many, many years, my brother. Thank you for asking. All right, my dear friends, my family. I am refreshing that shop for the last time on this terrific Tuesday morning. It is time for your boy to go rip into a couple of delicious Red's breakfast burritos. But don't you worry, my friends. Don't you fret. I will be back here, same junk time, same junk channel, tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And my friends, we get to do it all over again. So we do have already a decent queue this evening of some Playboy cards that we're going to bust into after 9 p.m. when we get into that portion of the show that we lovingly refer to as hashtag JWAD. Ridiculously excited to do so. And again, my friends, we have a brand new outro jingle. And I'm very, very excited for you to hear it. So, thank you so much for starting the morning the right way. Thank you so much for being a part of this amazing community. And as I say almost every single day, my friends, I am absolutely convinced that we have the best group of gem, mint, 10 human beings in the entire card hobby, right here in the JWVCC. And that is because of each and every one of you. So thank you again, you legends. As always, folks, I need you to do me a solid today. I need you to do me a little bit of a favor. When you go out there today, my dear friends, on this terrific Tuesday, I need you to first and foremost do your absolute best to try to be good to yourself today. You know, I think it's natural that we are all our own worst critic sometimes. And a lot of times in this life, my friends, you need to be your own best cheerleader and try to pump yourself up instead of pushing yourself down, right? So practice some positive self-talk today, my friends. Always remember that your thoughts eventually become your actions. Your actions eventually become your lifestyle. And your lifestyle eventually becomes everything. So at the end of the day, folks, it is vital that you keep up here as clean as humanly possible, especially when you're using that inner monologue, because we all do. So please be good to yourselves. Secondly, please be good to the people around you. Practice the heck out of that golden rule. And I know what you're going to say, but Uncle Junkwax, those other human beings out there, sometimes they make it really difficult, really challenging to pay forward that golden rule. Hey, I get it. Unfortunately, my friends, our world, and especially this card hobby that we love so much, at times can be chock full of a-holes. We do not need any more. We're all set in the a-hole department. Is kindness, patience, tolerance, and empathy. And you incredible human beings, you have the power to be the change that you want to see in the world today. I have faith in you. So please be good to yourself. Please be good to the people around you, no matter how difficult those other human beings might make it. And as always, my friends, lastly, do your absolute damnedest to maintain that attitude of gratitude. Try to keep that focus on the blessings that have been bestowed upon you instead of focusing on the things that you have that you do not want yet, or the things that you want that you do not have yet. I know sometimes it's difficult, folks. I know sometimes we're going through a tough day. But what I try to remember is that I'm a very, very lucky individual, right? Especially if you were born here in North America, if you have a car that runs, if you are healthy-ish, if you've got healthy children, if you've got a job, if you are gainfully employed, if you've got a card community that loves you and cares about you. So my friends, I think you get the point. There is always something to be grateful for. Always. So I hope you find what is on your list today, my friends. I hope you let it motivate you throughout this entire terrific Tuesday. And I will see you all back here tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Big hugs, firm handshakes all around. And my friends, enjoy that brand new outro jingle. Big hugs, firm handshakes. Much love and respect. We'll see you just a little bit later. Smoochies. All right, legends, enjoy the brand new outro jingle.
We ripped through the brakes, and the family rips too. The legend showed up, and we shared it with you. Dalen led the way with style, and we pulled some heat that made us all smile.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Cody.
Mrs. Junkawack sealed the deal behind the scenes.
You know it.
Sawyer jumped in, working hard with the team. Mikey one's building something new, we'll soon see at JWV. That's the way it'll always be.
Thank you, Chris.
The packs rolled strong. The laughs we shared will carry on long. But don't you worry, no need to be blue. We'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time with you. Until then, head to junkwacks.com. Grab a rib for yourself or a break to hop on. Check out the blog if you're learning the game. This hobby's alive and you're part of the fun. Mrs. Junkwax sealed the deal behind the scenes. Sawyer worked steady, keeping things clean. From Dalen and the JWV crew, thanks for the morning. We'll be back tonight too.
Thank you as always, my friends. Another terrific Tuesday right here in the front yard. Thank you, Matt. Great to see you this morning, my man. Good to see you too, French. We'll see you tonight, Dougie. Damn right, Cody Humphrey. And that is correct, Breakthrough. Absolutely correct, my man. Yes, sir.
Giggity. All right.
Did we miss Baywatch?
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
When I was tasting you, brother, I found you to be not so bad at all.
And I'm inviting you to come see me and to get it straightened out all in one night, yeah.
Oh, my.
After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob.
Oh, wow.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Come on, Craig. Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
I've been arrogant, and I apologize.
My friends, my family, this entire terrific Tuesday morning and this upcoming week deserves.
Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
I am humble in general.
I've got the style and profile like never before. Let me go on record as telling the whole world to be the man. You gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo. I got that Ric Flair. Woo. I got that Ric Flair.
Come on, Craig.
Giggity.
All right. All right, you maniacs. For staying here with me till the very, very end. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Mr. Scherer, if you are having issues with the website, my man, Of course, try to refresh your browser and then try again. Should be junkwaxvintage.com. You should be able to just Google Junk Wax Vintage, all one word. Excellent, John. Thank you, buddy. Glad it's working for you now. Beautiful, beautiful thing. So keep in mind, folks, there is a juicy PYT baseball break going live tonight at 7 p.m., about an hour before we go live. So again, might want to set yourself an alarm if you want to make sure that you get the teams that you want. And as always, my dear friends, you are more than welcome to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com. Any purchase that you make for a personal rip will be waiting for you right here at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Right back at you, Danny Rendon. Fancy claps Kuniko over there.
Oh, yeah.
I see you, sir. Thank you so much, you legends. Make it a terrific Tuesday. I know you will. And we get to do it all over again in about 6.5 hours or so. So thank you as always, my dear friends. Big hugs, firm handshakes all around. Much love and respect. We'll see you back here in just a little bit. Thank you again.